What? There it is.
There's something.
I went to NIU, of course.
Yeah. So quiet, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We usually have it so
Oh
loud.
yeah, ours is.
Yeah, it's loud as fuck. There we go. There's some audio.
More right.
That's more right. That's more writer.
More right.
Yeah. Get it. Get it.
Get ready. Here I come.
Yeah.
Hello.
Rachel starts every episode off that way.
I have to
Yeah,
yell.
it's just always like a weird.
It's a warning shot because I'm gonna be louder than everybody else.
That's typical, you know. But yeah, I think we're live. We're live. We're good.
Yeah, what the
Everything.
fuck,
Everything's good.
What the
so.
fuck is up, everybody? It's
What-
KB and
And Amy.
What the fuck is up?
I told you we're just
We-
gonna
we
do
just
our
had to get
intros over
fucking
each
lit as
other.
fuck.
You guys really should.
Everybody get lit as fuck right now. Everybody get lit as fuck.
Can everybody throw their dick out real quick?
No, it's on
No.
Facebook.
No, my dick.
Not
been
like
out this whole
literally.
time.
I meant figuratively.
Oh.
You guys,
I'll put my dick away.
there's a lot of us here. There's 6 of us here. This is called That Deep Corner. It's a
Ooh.
podcast. Yeah, we're making cash.
A
tonight.
pod mash.
Podcast.
Pod
mash.
mash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
just
cute.
I like that one. That's
A
all.
hodgepodge of pod,
hodgepodge.
right?
Hodgepodge?
of
It's a
pod.
hodgepodge.
It's a hodgepodge.
hodgepodge.
Yeah. So we got 3 feet deep. We got the Happy,
Happy
Corner,
Corner.
and that checks out. We're all here at Audio Hive in Joliet.
Yeah.
We got our producer behind. You know, we got B Mac back there, and this is our second time recording here. I know this is y'all's home base. You know,
Yep.
our home base is our home base.
Right. We've
And
never
our
come
base
out of
is
our
a
basement.
We were too
right.
dumb to figure that out.
Yeah, no, we have to.
We had
we
to
waste
pay a
gas
guy.
money. We have gas money, so
we had
yeah.
to pay a guy.
I consider this an away game.
This
You
is
know,
an away
This is an
game.
away
Yeah.
game. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But yeah, I just I'm a fan of all the podcasts here present, and I thought it would be really cool. Some of my favorite podcasts, they did a crossover over the pandemic, and I thought it'd be really cool to get all of us here together. You know, I did a sports podcast this afternoon, and it was I learned about sports, but you know, like y'all
Sports
are
ball.
funny. You know,
Yeah.
stand-up comics, musicians over here. Audio engineer Brian. I'm not going to forget Brian. He's got a cam, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to get us all together, and hopefully we can cross some streams, and
Oh yeah.
new fans can learn about each of the podcasts. So
Yes.
yeah, I just wanted to get everybody together and just have some fun. You know, we got the White Claws. You guys got cards over here.
Yes.
I don't know.
We're gonna
So,
play some things.
I think the idea of this podcast is we all just kind of bring what each of us do to our own podcast. So, you know, the listeners and the repeat viewers, whenever you guys watch this, you could find, you know, that checks out. You could find the Happy Corner. You could find 3 Feet Deep if you want. And then, yeah, just bridging the gap. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm just grateful you're all here. Thank you so much for participating in
course.
what is going to probably be a clusterfuck in
this
about
was
20
a-
minutes.
it was a
We-
really good idea.
And,
Yeah.
and y'all, if y'all watching this or if you rewatching it or whatever the fuck, you need to get you a drink and drink with us.
Yeah.
it's Saturday.
We brought our signature Malort with us. You know
I'm
what I'm
afraid
saying?
of it.
Nobody's gonna drink it with.
I
us
will.
either.
Right.
Andy was already like, "Hey, I'm not gonna drink that probably." I was like, "I feel like I kind of have to because I
Okay.
didn't the other
Okay.
day."
Yeah.
So there will be Malort's drink.
Okay.
Brian, are you drinking some Malort?
I guess I gotta try it.
Yeah. Brian's got a
I
chance.
was gonna say the stuff you say
When that
you eat-
happens, the Brian cam will be on.
Is your Brian cam set up?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Everybody,
Perfect.
show yourself, Brian.
We have a
Show yourself right
Brian
fucking
cam.
now.
Yourself.
He's got a
We
camera.
have a Brian cam.
we have a
All
Brian
right.
cam.
I got the picture-in-picture going.
So we
Oh,
do have,
sick.
yeah, he's got like a Timmy cam. Shout out to Timmy Blaze. You know,
Miss you, Timmy.
he could have. What's one more? He should have just
He
joined.
would
You
have
know.
just sat there in the corner quietly. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Yeah.
So we did get the opportunity to do your podcast last week live, which was kind of cool. You know, everything's kind of lining up, and that was really enjoyable. So thank you for having us out to
Thank
that.
you for coming out.
We were
That shit-
musicians on that
much
one.
You
Not
blew
podcast
a
episodes.
lot of our audience away.
Oh, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, you missed some.
Apparently, Tim had like talked you up to his girlfriend. He's like, they're so good.
Adele made me feel I had imposter syndrome. She was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "No, don't say that. Don't say that to me." Right? Like sometimes I don't know
That's
how to react.
I felt when I first saw you guys.
Well, it's weird because like Rachel and I, like we're friends. You know, you guys are our new acquaintances, but like there's this quote that it's from Dave Chappelle, and he's talking about John Mayer, and he's like, "Man, I've been friends with John for so long. Sometimes I forget my friend's a fucking rock star." And like
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah, we're just friends." So like,
Right.
you forget what we do for not forget. I know you'll listen, but
Right.
You know, like when we actually do what we do, people are like, "Oh shit, I forgot."
Right,
you
no,
know,
you
so
become human.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
oh,
blew my cousin Taz's mind. He was like,
Taz is cool, man. It's Taz. Yeah, no, that was cool, man. And that's like we did yours at the Roundhouse a few years ago before the pandemic, and that's one of the ideas, like to do this. You know, I just want to get more awareness on podcasts. A lot of my friends do podcasts. Shout out to Hanging with Monster. I didn't invite him. We did one with him already, a live stream. So I like that he got excluded. There's already a lot of us here, but we'll have to do another live one with him in the future. I want to give him his cum muffins.
Oh my fuck.
And yeah, I saw him. I was talking to him today, and I kind of felt bad not asking him. But I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of podcasts in one room.
That's a lot of motherfuckers in one room.
it's so many.
And I know that checks out. You guys got a pretty good following now as well, too. So you
Yeah,
guys
we're
have been
just riding
building
your
for a-
coattails.
Yeah, everybody here. It's just to build
Swag
each other up. So
Yeah.
you guys do yours once a week as well? Like
Yeah.
it's a once a week podcast.
Drop every Monday, usually
Awesome.
early, depending on how Matt gets to it.
Oh, what? You gotta start in on Mac again already.
Boy, y'all so abusive.
yeah, y'all abusive.
There's been a lot of violence on
Yeah.
Brian tonight. You know.
It's just what,
I just want everyone to know that I love Bryant, and I call him Brian at work.
When did this
Brianna.
T start getting
Oh,
added to
forever.
my name?
Forever.
I just noticed it
ago.
maybe
I would love to
2
meet
days
Bryant.
ago.
Right.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe Bryant is the alter ego, and you should give him some respect.
gumble to gumble.
Put that T on there. Put that
Brian.
respect
How
on
many
his
weeks
name.
of
Gonna
vacation
be-
does Brian
yeah.
get? Because Brian gets 84 weeks a year.
Take the T from respect and put it on Brian. You get
Bryant,
that.
Bryant.
Bryant, did you get your nap in today before you did this podcast?
I did, yes.
I got too drunk producing another podcast this
Yeah.
afternoon.
At a brewery.
Yeah, I had to go home and take a shower and like drink a Red Bull and a Gatorade
You
because
could
I
have
got
come and
way
done all
too-
that here.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Literally could have.
Right over here.
Except Bryant won't let us use it.
That
Is
is-
You guys are
apparently
really
what's
trying
happening.
To sell
Sell
this
the
shower
shower
to us.
shit.
What is in
Are
the
you like
shower?
Chuck Berry? You
We
got
don't know.
video
He won't let
cameras
us
up in
use it.
there or
He won't let
what?
me use it.
What, you don't look in there? You've never taken a peek in the shower?
I
One time
peed
I
and
did,
just
there were dirty
looked.
dishes, so I backed right out.
Brian, is
I
that
thought you were
true?
going to say that you peed in the shower.
No, I took a
I
peek.
wasn't going to say that.
On the dirty
Implied.
dishes. Great job, Ted.
That should be implied.
What actually happened is pre-pod, I did go in the shower and I pissed down the drain because I said, "Fuck you and your shower, Brian."
Wow.
If you're going to have a urinal with a curtain on it, I'm going to use it. That's how it works.
Urinal with curtain. Yeah.
Urinal with a curtain.
I sometimes when we're in
You're
public
a nerd.
places, I feel bad for ladies because I use my foot to like lift up the toilet seat and flush.
Oh, I use my foot all
even
the time.
I'm a male and I still don't like touching
Women can't
toilets.
use their feet?
Yeah, we
Is
can
that what
do
you're trying to
well,
say?
we gotta put
Y'all
our
gotta
asses
sit
on
and
it.
Hover. You know,
yeah,
I
we
just
gotta,
like
we gotta put our
Sure.
butts on.
yeah, I respect that technique because I don't try to touch toilets at all. I don't understand when you go in a men's room, it looks like somebody shaved all their pubes while they were standing there. I don't understand.
Let me
don't
speak
understand
to
what
you
that-
guys on this on a personal goddamn level. I work at the Center for Guitars. Bryant knows about cleaning the fucking bathroom, and there is a culprit at our job, okay,
He
that is
sprinkles.
losing hairs on the crack. I only ever have to clean the bathrooms on Sundays because that's the only day that I close. So, like, that's what I have to do. I'll fucking clean the bathrooms.
Yeah, I don't get why you don't just clean up
Well,
after
you should-
yourself. Like, if
Dude,
you do it
every single
time.
time that I have cleaned the bathroom, the men's bathroom is so gross. Granted, sometimes the girls' bathroom can get like dirty,
I will
but
attest
not
that girls are
gross.
disgusting.
They are, but I've not run into too many times where it's been gross. The dude's bathroom has bloody boogers in it. Like literally, I found them
It's all those
put on
cocaine
the
musicians
wall.
coming in with the
I've
You're having the
seen
same
them like,
regrets I am because I'm
I'm
hire a
upset.
detective. Figure that out. Hire Puby Do if you.
oh, I think I already
you do.
literally
That's good.
off mic later, so I don't like hurt my job or embarrass anybody at work. I'm gonna tell Bryant who I think it is.
Does he work for Puby Snacks?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
That's the guy who finds.
You be do. I
But
like
there
that.
is a culprit, and there is ass hairs lost pretty much daily. I think he's
Yeah.
got
See the same stuff
assopecia.
in Brian's bathroom because we might have figured it out.
Yeah.
No, I don't, and see, I don't really ever work with Brian, so it doesn't. I see him for
Brian
like
just
2
comes in.
hours,
2 hours
one
on-
day a week.
On Thursday.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Brian
it.
just comes in on Sunday and manscapes and then goes home. That's all he does.
It's my manscaping.
Sits
at
on there
the Center
backwards and just
Guitars.
cleans up everything.
Do you manscape over the toilet?
Yeah.
I'm a shower manscaper. So it's
That
just-
seems
from
more
Brian.
considerate.
yeah. You guys over the toilet manscapers? Is that where? Are you guys endorsed by Manscaped yet?
Oh, the shower.
All right,
this is why I
manscaped.com
wanna use this
/3
one.
feet deep. You
Yeah.
guys-
You're
Tell me.
trying
Gonna
to.
manscape in that shower.
Yeah, because I don't want to clean up. I don't want to clean up
Yours.
my shower. That's why I want to do it here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we
Just
just figured
clogging
this
up
out now,
drains
now?
and shit.
I would
I don't
have.
want to talk about it.
I
I'm
appreciate
the only
the
one in my
shower
family
shave.
who doesn't have hair. I have to dig out other people's
No,
hair.
you do.
for
It's
every
here.
drain.
Yeah.
Just here instead.
It's not even.
Oh, really? That's a really
not
good
Nice beard.
applique.
Looks nice.
You did a
looks
great
nice.
job. Who's your guy? Who's your beard guy then?
Brian, I meet up with that guitar. So wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He sells-
I
Brian,
wonder why they're not the right
are
color.
these your butt
Brian.
hairs?
We're solving the mystery right at live on the pod.
You guys, we figured it out.
Don't even
You know,
match
I-
my brows.
With having baby children's, which are both female, I go in like if we're at McDonald's, I take them in the female bathroom. I don't care. I walk in there, and I will say, genuinely, it's cleaner than the male. So I know ladies can get rough in there too, but I mean,
Yeah.
Can I say that was the weirdest way to say you have young female children?
what's that? I just don't want people looking at my
was very
girls,
weird.
so I have
Having
to
young
consider how I say
female
it. You know, I
females,
hide
like,
them
wait
from
a
the
minute,
public
whoa.
eye. yeah. It's
But
just,
no,
people are weird.
They do get super disgusting. I remember I went into, and I don't shop at Walmart anymore anyway, but I walked into the bathroom and literally bust a Yui.
I've
It
done
looked
that.
like somebody just had a shit cannon. and
How?
Because they try to hover, but their aim is not as good as they think. You know.
No,
If
They
you think you're gonna literally blast ass, there should be never a hover in question.
Sit down.
You should be fucking cheek
Honey,
to porcelain every
down.
time.
Just so you know, during the hard times of the pandemic, I think Walmart switched to cleaning the bathrooms with piss. I think it was just
You
faster.
might be correct.
It
They're
was
like,
just
it's
easier.
got ammonia in it. It's
It
fine.
was just easier.
Oh my.
So what bothers you more to have on your hands? Like if you get,
Hey, Max up walking around. Shocker.
let me ask you guys this:
We don't need a color commentary, man. We were all in the room.
He's going to cement the
in
shower
order,
real
in
quick.
order of how gross it is, what do you not want on you the most? Piss, shit, blood.
Is it mine?
It's just
There.
Just
It's
the type.
just the liquid.
you don't. It's like you don't know how
Doesn't
it's on you.
belong.
It's just on your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
you had another one.
So
in your list.
piss, shit,
Blood.
blood,
Vomit.
or cum.
Oh, I've had cum on my hand plenty of times.
Yeah, that, I feel like
That's
that doesn't
fine.
count because
Cum and piss bother me the least, actually.
Cum and
Cum
piss also
bother
bother me the least too.
Bother me the least.
I've probably had shit on me once or twice.
Yeah.
I've,
yeah. Also,
it's not a kink. It's just diapers,
yeah,
adult and children.
we're just wet ones.
Well,
You know, you just get a wipe and you're like, why is my thumb dripping brown right now?
I don't think that's a
You didn't
why.
wrap it.
I'm showering.
you know how bad I hate vomit.
Yeah.
I think blood doesn't really bother me.
Blood doesn't bother me too much either.
it's puke for me.
I
It's
think
puke or
for me
poop.
too.
It's
Yeah.
puke or poop.
Puke or poop.
Puke.
I
Puke is what it is.
loading up gear earlier, I hit my hand and it was bleeding. And like I kept telling everybody, I'm like, they were trying to shake my hand. I'm right-handed. I'm like, I'm bleeding on my hand. And everyone's like, oh, I don't even care. I'm like, that's fucking weird, but okay.
Yeah.
You know, I was giving lefts. I like throwing lefts, man.
Between finding it on your hand, like, and just
True.
being like, I'm gonna dive right in.
True.
Bring
This
it on.
was impatience whilst I was trying to load up in the car.
It might be
Just jamming
vampires.
shit in there. Boom, boom.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly. It could be vampires. Maybe they like it. They go to the back. They're like, "Hey, is your hand still bleeding? Let me shake it again."
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd be like, can you turn me? Will you turn me?
So everybody's like fine with piss and blood. It seems like.
If I could be
Piss,
a
blood, and
vampire
cum, yeah.
tomorrow,
piss, blood,
I
and
would.
cum.
Blood's fine. Blood's. I don't love
As
it.
long as I don't have a lot of
Listen,
open
I'm a
wounds,
woman.
I'm okay.
I'm
Right,
a
there's
woman.
blood.
There's blood.
We bleed.
There's blood. We
Blood is
bleed.
blood.
I do that.
That's even grosser blood.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
like it's
like a-
worse blood than a cut.
More
Yeah.
coagulated blood.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate blood.
It's unfortunate blood.
It's all right.
Look at those unfortunate faces right there.
I get
Unfortunate but
learning.
fortunate.
Oh, yeah, learn.
Fortunate but fortunate.
This is
Oh
all
yeah, see that's the thing. It is unfortunate, but depending on your circumstances, it is the most fortunate
fortunate,
fucking
yeah.
blood ever.
Oh.
Yeah, when that
Yeah.
blood comes, you're like sick.
I love. Yeah. I hate that blood, but I love that
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah. Same.
I respect that blood. I'm just like not really best friends with that blood.
I get all the attributes of that time of the month. I do personally without
Oh.
the blood. Sometimes I wish I just had the blood. I could trade the
Like
attitude for the
sympathy?
blood.
Does he
That was
sync
not
up
a
with you?
that was not a street I'd go
No.
down, man.
No.
Oh no, you're on opposite schedules.
We're on opposite schedules for
You
sure.
get your period at different times.
I'm like
Yeah.
pretty much only in a good mood once a week.
okay.
I'm like opposite. Yeah. I'm
And
you're
in
always
that
on your
once a
period.
week, it is only maybe 6 hours of
Yeah,
that
that's
ti-
true.
of each day. But that's okay because I relish those moments. I love them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
make
Listen.
them more special.
Yeah. So, I don't
Okay, so I want to get back to this final answer.
Yeah.
Vomit,
know. Okay.
fellas.
Don't have a problem with it.
None of it.
No.
Don't
None of
care.
it.
You just deal.
I worked in a movie theater in a college town.
Oh shit.
Okay. Usually when someone like says like you could be like I was a caregiver and you'd be like understand you've had shit on
You
you.
went movie theater, which made me more intrigued.
Yeah, I was like, what is it?
No, I was like,
And then he said college town.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was,
Right.
and it was a cheap house. So it was either people that didn't give a shit that they were puking anywhere, or it's people that would come in drunk and be like, This bathroom's too far.
There's so much puke.
There was one time a
can't-
woman ran out with her child under one arm and his pants in the other, and I was like, that's not good. And it wasn't because he shit himself; it's because he'd filled 3 whole rows with projectile popcorn.
Oh my Lanta.
I went down the middle row not knowing.
Did you slide?
Yes, after that I brought clean clothes, extra clean clothes to every shift after that because I had to go home.
You did you
That's
just step on it
disgusting.
with your heel and your whole
Well,
shoe.
no, the back of my shirt got really wet, and I was like, "Oh no!"
No.
Because you know how the seats fold up, right? So I'm sliding down, and it was just like, "Oh, that's oh no."
Oh.
See, if that, bro, if I even
I
like
felt my stomach
smell
turn
it,
with that
Going
story.
home.
do you remember like
Yeah, I
middle
quit.
school sawdust, like the janitor's gonna
Yeah.
come through? If I even have that like heavy ammonia cleanup cover up smell, like it will send me back, and I'm like, no, thank you ever. Sometimes he shows me videos. He'll be like, look at this,
We got some.
and I want to die.
If there is
I hate
vomit
vomit.
videos, I will.
I don't
not.
have any vomit videos.
No puke.
I have no vomit.
Yeah.
Nope,
Don't do
'cause
that.
I hate
Oh, that's
puke.
right.
Don't
there's
do that
videos.
to
I
me.
forgot about.
Oh,
it.
we all
Don't
brought
do
some
that
videos.
to
We
me.
prepared some
That'll be a
videos.
little later. in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just puke is probably the worst for me as well. I think puke bothers me
Yeah.
the most.
I've talked about puke a lot today. I was just talking. I am
talked
an
about it.
emetophobe, so I have a fear of vomit. And it's not that like vomit makes me vomit. It's vomit sends me into like a crazy panic attack that sends me into like an asthma attack because I can't fucking breathe.
Just
Yeah.
if-
So one of my coworkers today found out that about me. He learned that about me. So instead of being like, "Oh, okay, sorry about that," he just
just
really
whoops.
just
Leaned in.
fucking leaned into
Yeah.
it and just
Great person to work with.
yeah, piece
Yeah.
of
I'm glad
shit.
I spent 40 hours with you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Really enjoying that. Really.
Does anybody else have any crazy stories? I used to work at Walmart, and I got a good, not puke story, but like a clean
Well,
up.
I do have a puke story where I had surgery a few years back where the doctor. I was out. I was kind of like.
And we
this-
just continuing with the puke
yeah,
story.
I know.
Let's keep it going.
I'm like, I,
If you
I
don't like
confess
it,
to you.
Let's get more.
Not
I
as
make
bad
a
as you think.
confession.
It's not as bad as you think. Now,
One
I feel like
confession.
someone else should have been taking notes for me, but the doctor said you cannot throw up after this. I thought he meant like don't do it because it'll hurt, like mess up the surgery part. Turns out no, I physically
You
couldn't.
physically cannot throw
Right.
up. Yeah.
So the first time it happened, like it kept like trying to get out. I didn't come in. It was just like dry heaves for like 10 years. All I could do was dry heave.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah. So which is cool because you don't get the puke smell or the grossness and everything, but you feel like
you
shit.
feel like
Like
shit.
that.
You like kind of almost
can't
wish
You
get out.
never get that relief.
you wish you could.
I take
do
it back. It does get out. It just finds another way.
Oh,
So you're
see,
sick for a while, and then 4 hours later,
I
you're
would
like, oh,
rather
now
shit.
it's coming out.
I would rather shit. I
I'd
would
rather shit, too.
shit than.
I'd
puke.
rather be butt sick.
The
Oh
other day,
yeah.
the
For
other
sure.
day I shit, showered, and I had to shit more. I didn't get it
Oh.
all out, so I re-got in the shower.
We call that FMLA.
Yeah, that's family medical leave. If you don't go in the right order in the morning, you're allowed to call in and say, sorry, wrong order, and you just get to stay home. That's
I'm trying to push that through Congress now.
how it works. That's how it works. Family medical leave. They don't
You
even
guys
ask.
are doing the Lord's work.
I'll sign that petition.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I'm vibing
Seriously,
with
because
that.
you get out of the shower and you're like, okay, and you're like, damn it. And then you do it, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to call in. And you just, because
You
you're
should.
done. What are
You
you going to do?
should.
Shower again? No.
No.
No, you're not going to shower again.
No, there
Your
is
towel's
some.
wet. It's over. You're
It's
done.
game
It's
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start. Better luck tomorrow.
I support this.
Try
Put me
again
down
tomorrow.
as the doctor if you need to call in. I will write you a note.
Wilson with 2 L's.
Yeah,
There has
it
been
is.
times
It is
where
correct.
I've
That checks
thought
out.
about calling in just because I was too tired, and then
Thought
It's
about.
okay.
it has happened where I'm just like,
No, that is the most tame.
No, I don't want to.
I've
Yeah,
called
that's
off because
okay.
I wanted to get laid once. I mean,
Look.
we don't.
Ain't nobody mad at you for that either, B.
Having been a manager, I don't give a shit. Just say like I'm not coming in. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't-
what I
you
do
don't
with
care.
my
Unless,
boss.
unless you start
That's
doing
what-
the if you're faking it, then I want you to come in. But you're calling like with balls, and
well-
you're like, hey, I'm not coming in.
You know what?
Yeah,
I've,
when people-
I have really
I
lucked
don't even
out.
call. I text.
Yes,
That's
I
a
have
fact.
really
Well,
lucked
that's a fact.
out.
I'm 100 years old, so this is.
I've really
I'm
lucked
not
out.
coming
My
in.
boss allows us to text, and so I don't have to do. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I just text
Yeah.
also.
My boss now just has an
Yeah.
automatic, like you put it in on the internet, and it's just.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. So y'all don't care.
Yeah, I'm talking 1,000 years ago when
Yeah,
phones,
yeah.
phones are plugged into the wall.
Oh yeah, that was
So
terrible.
there
when you
was
had to face
one
the
and
voice.
mail
time-
and stuff.
And I pay for my own insurance, so I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, if I want
Let me worry about me.
Yeah.
There was one time when I was probably 18 going on 19 where I might have done a bunch of acid. And I worked at Applebee's.
Allegedly.
And at the time, I did not know that acid was like the long term drug. It's not like 4 hours of party and then
Oh,
done.
no.
It's like,
You're-
hey, you got 12 hours to spare. And
Hope you're free.
I had taken my 2 tabs at like 4 p.m. Was
You had to work at what time?
the next day I had to work at like 11 a.m. wasn't happening. I didn't know this.
No.
I was like done with the trip. It's like there's so much residual left over for a long time, and I
Yeah,
had to
right.
call in. Still fuckered up, still fucking like losing my mind. There was a point in that morning where I got upset that I was still tripping, and I sat in my shower with all my clothes on. It was a whole thing.
Oh.
And I had to call work and be like, I can't come in to work today.
Is this job?
And they were like, why? And
Is
I was
this
like,
job-
my
Is this job? This
grandmother.
is one Rachel, please.
Oh, it was basically
no
like that.
Applebee's for me today.
And I was just like, my grandmother is ill, and I have to take her to the doctor now.
There's always those funny stories where like people like say their grandparent, like 6 of their grandparents died to call in.
Hey, who knows?
Didn't
these
your
days?
grandma die twice?
Everybody
That's
just
true.
died.
That's true.
They died. He
Step
came back. It was a last
You know
minute
what?
thing.
The funny thing about the whole excuse thing is I ain't gonna be there. That's
all you need
that's
to
all
know.
you want. That's
All I
all you
wanted was
need.
to get off that call. Like, I don't care. Good.
Yeah.
I'll figure it
Okay,
out.
bye.
However, I was so innocent back in the day. If you would have called and said you've taken 2 tabs, I would have been like, then try Diet Coke next time. Like, I don't. I don't understand. I'll let it off
Sit
today.
well
but
with
come
you.
in later.
Tabs
Like,
are fire, bro. Tabs are fire.
Thank you.
I do
Tab
like
is
Tab.
underrated. Like, I wish I knew somebody's like 65-year-old dad who still keeps them on deck in his garage fridge
Y'all
that
bugging.
has like Cub stickers
don't like
all
Tab,
over it.
KB?
Tab was disgusting.
How are you gonna not fuck with Tab? You're a
Oh.
child.
I'll tell you right now, I might like it better in memory than if I actually had it right now.
Yeah, they
Right.
finally
You know what I mean?
discontinued
Just-
it this
Yeah.
year. This was the last year for it.
Really?
But yeah, we could
Yeah.
find them on eBay. We could find them on
Oh,
eBay.
I'm
should
not gonna
commemorate
drink it
that.
anymore.
The next crossover pod, I'll bring some
Should I
expired
get-
soda for all of
should
us.
I- are
Damn.
we
No,
I'm coming.
I had a tab maybe like 3-4 years ago. It had grains in it like it was Colombian coffee, fam. Like no lie, like they need it to be done. They don't need to exist anymore.
You
Like,
probably got the bottom of the barrel. It was the last run.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're just
a little
scraping.
baby
They're
shot.
scraping. We get 3 more
That's
cans out
just
of this.
extra seasoning, KB. Yeah.
No,
You know, I had
okay.
I had a Capri Sun one time, and like when I
Pierce it correctly? Because that's a skill.
yeah. Well, it's actually for my children. I buy them all these little juices, and I drank one time, and I got chunks in my mouth. I'm like, this is gross.
No.
And then I drank more of it,
What does it
and I'm like, it did come from this.
I know what it smells like.
So when I cut the thing open,
Yeah.
same thing. I had like there was like floaty.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
called
what it is.
mold.
Yeah.
Some stuff can get sediment, but a Capri Sun shouldn't.
Hey, can
That
I-
was
can I get a
probably
Diet Coke?
mold.
One Diet
Can I have
Coke, please.
300-year-old Diet Coke from your fridge, Brian?
You guys ever watch any of those videos on YouTube where people they try like
Oh my bad.
discontinued
bad.
beverages
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
food
yeah.
or anything?
No.
LABs.
Or the
LA
MI
Beast, I was gonna say
yeah,
LA
LA
Beast.
Beast, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Have a
Yeah,
good
he's
day.
great. He's great. LA Beast is
You got to do
great.
this if you're going to do it, though. You got to throw it
Have a
out.
good day.
Yeah, we like him a lot. We did a like a hot wings challenge where we got a lot of the like we did it for a live stream. It
We
was one
tried
of our
to do
pods.
like a
hot
Hot
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
We did our own
We
hot
got
ones.
a handful of the
From the actual
sauces
show.
from it, and I think I died and maybe came back. There's one in particular, like, it's a weird thing that you get so hot inside that you start to get cold as fuck. I was like,
I was kind of unaffected.
I was food phoric. I was really losing my mind a little.
I don't love hot stuff, but like not even like ego. I was like
I
waiting
love
for it to get
spicy
worse. Yeah, me too, kind of. I kept waiting for it to get worse, and then like the one got me, but that was it. Like out of all the ones, kind of made me think about this show. You know, we watch this YouTube content where all these people are freaking out with these things,
Yeah.
and like I'm eating the same things, and like we were stoned, so we're eating the chicken wings. You know?
Oh,
It's
I was
not
going
little
ham.
bites.
I
It's
love
like,
Yeah,
chicken.
hey man, I
I-
spent money on these chicken
man.
wings. I'm
Yeah.
eating the whole thing, and like I would say it was like the last two that were the worst. The second to the last one, I don't remember the flavors we had.
Well, you
Second to the
get-
last was so bad that I didn't even taste the last one. But up to that, and it was the ones on the show, so like they were like really. We had like the bomb. We had like,
Pain,
yeah, we had like
100%.
all of
You
them.
had the last tab. That's the final one.
No, we couldn't get I couldn't get any of the ones because it was like kind of short notice that we
And
threw
also,
together, and you had to
When we
order
did it, the
and-
hot ones sauces themselves, the branded hot ones, were just like kind of getting released.
Yeah,
so
like,
they
it
would get, like,
wasn't,
sold
it
out
wasn't as
super
readily
fast.
available as it is
But
now.
some of the other ones they have are just by other people that have been
Right.
out for forever. But
Yeah.
I have many of those bottles
Yeah,
still.
we still
and
got them. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
never gonna use them for anything. But now what do? I can't throw them away.
Some of them were really good too that we used in cooking. That were
Yeah.
hot.
Yo,
You know, like
Yeah,
Scoville that
I
we actually
like-
used.
I like spicy with flavor.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, you don't need to overwhelm.
Yeah,
me
if
with
it's
heat.
just like straight heat, it's like okay, now you've ruined my whole palate to eating anything else because
exactly.
it's just and it don't even bother me. Like honestly, I love spicy food.
Yeah.
It's just like oh now now I do need the ranch or whatever bullshit
Yeah.
just to cleanse my palate. Cause
Let me get that celery.
flavor bombed.
Let me get that.
Just flavor bombed the shit out of
And
my
that's the-
taste
that's the thing
buds. I
about,
can't
like,
taste anything else.
Doing 10 in a row, it's just like at some point your mouth's dead.
Oh, you're
Right,
numb to
yeah.
it.
So it's just like everybody who's like it's acting on that show. You know. it's just
speaking of
acting.
killing your palate, let's take these shots of Malort.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
All right.
Does Brian have his?
Oh,
Brian's got his.
Everybody.
Hey, Brian, I request for the live that you be full screen cam for your.
Oh, that's
Is this-
not
Well, he's got to
fair.
get everybody. He's got his little camera.
That's
I see
not
it.
But we've all malorted.
Yeah.
Has Brian malorted?
I'm the only one not malording. Oh no,
No.
I'm not
It's also
malorting. I don't
malorting.
drink.
Team, yeah, team.
Brian, have you ever malorted
No.
before?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
oh,
why
yes.
Brian gets.
So this
full
is a
screen.
happy
Swap these
corner.
screens.
Oh, we're the two smartest guys
Full
here.
screen.
Yeah.
Swap these
All right.
screens.
This is the
Brian
happy
gets
corner.
full screen, and then immediately after you have to describe
I can't see.
it.
I wish I could see his face.
Tradition.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Brian, put it up on the big
Put it
screen.
here so we can see
Yeah,
your
make
face,
it
Brian.
us see it.
There we go.
There he is.
Yes.
All right, hey, to that deep
This is-
corner, guys.
That deep
Deep
corner.
corner.
Cheers.
Air tap.
Cheers.
Pleasure to be here with y'all. Pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank y'all for participating in our tradition.
Fuck, it smells like rubbing alcohol.
Oh, what the?
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Why?
It's the best.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because we didn't have
This is
paint
the guy
thinner.
that's like, I eat monkey penises in Taiwan.
They
It
probably
was so
taste
much better than Malort too.
Okay, so what would you rather have in your mouth, Brian? Would you rather have puke, piss, cum, malort, or vomit in your mouth? What would you prefer?
I guess if I had to pick, I'd say vomit because I'm familiar with that.
Yeah,
you know?
you've had it.
I've been there
It's
before.
already been.
That is where it
You
goes.
can't really
I don't
just
like when
for
you get
vomit.
smart answers, Brian.
Hey, a little more Malort, you'll have that puke, Brian.
Yeah, please don't.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Like only a little
legit
more
like
too.
someone dropped coloring into rubbing alcohol, and they're like, well, fuck, sell it. No one will know.
Now, Brian, let me ask you this.
It's still there.
If you,
It's not going to go away for a while.
not gonna
It's
go
I
away.
said,
Forever.
speaking of fucking your palate,
Yeah.
that's I warned you.
If you had to describe it in a handful of words, what would be your description of fucking Malort?
It's like if death had a flavor.
Yeah, great.
Like I think if you
Gives
were
you,
like,
bone rattle.
I don't know what
about
it's like to
that.
die, but
Alright.
I imagine if you suddenly had
Alright.
like a bad taste in your
That
mouth.
this
Let
makes me
me
happy
use-
because this is a
That
segment
logo
from
is
y'all's
hard,
show.
Yeah.
At your live podcast, I was just laughing at these people you were tricking into drinking Malort. And then that one guy who was at the bar the whole time.
Neil?
Neil
was too
yeah.
never, Anna. Honestly, he ended up being kind of okay.
Yeah,
No,
Neil was
he
cool.
He
was a
seemed
cool-
much at first, and then
Tommy
I was like,
Tone.
you know what? I like him.
He when you guys were doing your last song, he came up and said, "Can you write down the name of your podcast and
Aw.
and the name of this band?"
Neil.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very
For
sweet.
those who weren't there, didn't get to catch it, there was the Happy Corner did a live podcast last week that we were privileged enough to be on.
said it.
And there was this guy, Neil, who was like the Tommy Chong of
Yes.
Joliet.
Yes.
Sitting at the bar, full Canadian tuxedo, denim on
Yeah.
denim
Yeah.
on
At
denim.
first, I
With
don't
the
even-
bandana.
Yeah.
Oh,
bandana
yeah,
was,
the American
clutch.
flag
Yeah.
bandana. You have to
think,
have that shit.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
He
Isn't
didn't
that
even know
called-
you were like podcasting at first.
He had no
He was
idea.
just interacting, like
and then
he was on the show.
and then
which I
he
was- I
found
loved.
out,
Yeah.
and somebody else came in the middle of the podcast, and apparently had asked at the bar, like, "What the fuck is this? What's going on here?" And that dude, like, "Oh, this is a podcast called THC. They like weed a lot." And, like he was like telling them everything about the podcast, like he was an expert on the. Happy
I
Corner.
connected with Neil because he
was good people.
He worked in like prisons, and my dad worked in prisons. So I was like,
Oh.
yeah,
My dad also worked in prisons, KB.
really.
Maybe we got prison buddy dad.
Prison.
I was gonna,
Ah.
This is the first we're hearing of this. But yeah.
Ryan, tell us your prison story.
I went to jail with my dad when I was like 3.
What?
He tried to kidnap me from my mom,
Motherfucker.
and then the police caught us, and he wouldn't.
You
let 'em
know
take
you
me,
tricked
so I
him
got to
into
go into
that.
cell with them, and they brought me McDonald's.
You got kidnapped.
Did they let you pick, or did you
Hold
just
on,
get like?
hold on,
I don't
hold
remember
on.
that much.
Hold on. You've sat there for nearly 75 episodes on our podcast and have not mentioned that. The most we can get out
This
of
is
you
what we do. This is what we do, though.
We
here
bring
at
shit
the
out.
Corner.
Next time.
This
talk,
is what
baby.
we do at the TV.
We bring it
The
out of
Lord
here.
also is truth serum.
I was
if
gonna
you
say,
didn't know
must
that.
be German for true serum or something. Yeah.
I got warmer and also like more cooled off and at
Here's
the same
the thing.
time. How does
I,
that work?
I will never say that. I don't think Malort tastes good. I have a fucking Malort tattoo. I'm a Malort advocate.
I just love the commitment.
I love Malort.
Yeah.
Do I think it tastes good? Absolutely not.
You know
This
what,
is why
though?
part
It's
of the
not a
Happy
bad drunk,
Corner.
though.
That's the point. The drunk that it provides is a very mellow but happy one.
Yes.
And just
I
like
feel like I'm being talked straight.
and
to my
and just like how thank you so much.
And that's how we
just
operate.
how
You know
like
what I'm
I like to smoke my weed based on how it's going to make my mood. It's
Yeah.
the same with my alcohol. So I'm not gonna drink. You know how everyone's got their alcohol that like makes them
Yeah.
pissed off or whatever.
Vodka.
Yeah, that a lot or like tequila or Jack or whatever.
My baby.
So, I mean, Malort is my happy. I just feel great,
Yeah.
like on a Malort drunk, and I don't need a lot of it
Right.
to get the job done.
The last
Although that live episode, I was fucking wasted.
I
Yeah.
need to let you know that the decline that I watched from beginning to end was majestic.
Of me,
Both y'all.
No,
she
y'all handle,
barely drank.
Fucking
y'all handle your shit.
KB
You're
got
pro as
lit, and
fudge.
again,
KB
handled
was
so
sipping
well.
the same shot of Malort, by the way,
Yeah.
because KB had
That's
to
how I
go
do.
to the Lincoln Lodge afterwards.
Oh,
Do a
shit.
set?
I just
So-
know how to turn up. I just
so
know how to
KB's
turn up.
Oh
doing-
yeah,
I know how
dog.
to Turn up.
KB did one full shot to my 4.
You did them back to back to back, though, pretty much.
I
It was
know.
like 3 in a row.
And then
still
and then
handled your
Neil
shit.
tried to come up and I was like, Neil, I need a break, buddy.
Neil, calm down, man.
Neil's a Malort enthusiast as
Yes.
well.
He was a professional though. Like too. Like
You
I
all-
understand.
But how do you know that for Neil, that's not, I want to punch a hole in a wall, Malort?
It might be, but no.
No,
No,
man who wears a
no.
Canadian tuxedo does not.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
he was
you're
a
right.
real chill dude.
And he was trying to win one because we had rap.
You are represented on Max Fridge over there with your thought. And
Yeah.
And your
and a
little
little
buddy.
buddy.
Hey, we got to go cross Amy's eyes out on that.
Don't do
Stop.
that to my boo.
Come on
Don't
now.
do that to my boo.
That's not-
Somebody at
That's
the
not right.
Drunken Donut has it out for me. There's stickers of me all over that place because Stan, the owner of the donut, is my future
Every time,
ex-husband.
the first time that she told me about this, she was like, "And you know who was crossed out?" I was like, "Me?"
No, KB is fully intact. Amy's eyes are gouged out.
That means
It
somebody's
pisses- it
hates what
pisses-
you got, dog.
either-
It pisses Stan off so bad. It doesn't bother me anymore. It's
That's
whatever.
the extreme. They either totally hate you or they hate love you because they can't have you. That's where they're
Sure.
at.
Someone's mad
Either
because
way,
I'm
you got
doing well.
haters, and that's the
Right.
thing is, if you
That's-
don't got haters, you're not doing something
Right.
See, that's how I feel too, because I feel like, yeah, the more like notoriety you get, like the louder you are, the louder the voices talking bad about you get as well.
Yeah,
I think it's just something with the territory. Like I,
and it'd be
Just gonna-
minimal.
I'm just
like
gonna
the,
prove
the,
your ass wrong.
the and what's funny is like the negative voices may be only like 4%.
Yeah.
And positivity is the other.
you think about that
96.
4%.
You think about
I
that
know,
4%.
it's like
all you
it's
do
a
all
It's
the
human.
like,
time.
it's
Yeah.
like fuck 'em.
That's like
who
being
cares?
on
You don't even
stage.
you're not even significant.
Right.
You just showed
Don't
how
matter.
you showed how insignificant you are because the other 94%, 96% are rocking with us. We don't need
Right.
you. Stop tuning in. You're
Right.
stupid
Right.
because you liking and watching regardless.
You're just helping.
It's just helping us.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Flat Earth Dave, all
You're
his
right, though.
followers.
When you come off stage and everyone's like, "Oh, you killed it," that one person comes up and like, "That wasn't that great." You're like, "That's all you think about is that
No,
one."
not
big-
even
that's it.
even
I
before
don't
that.
give a
Ted.
fuck.
I know you don't.
Even before she don't give a fuck.
I
know
love
you don't
that.
give a fuck.
I have over the years grown to not give a fuck. KB even mentioned it the other day. She's like, "You don't dwell on shit like you used to." I'm like, "Cause my brain can't. My brain is just
You
in constant
have
motion."
to let it go.
Our
I'm
friends,
not saying
it's
I dwell on it,
constant.
but that's the one thing.
But-
You're like, I don't remember who came up and said, "Hey,
but-
you're great." I remember, why is that guy like a dick?
Oh, of course.
Like, what was up with that?
Of course. And when people go out of their way to tell
Yeah,
you
like,
shit,
they
like
could have just not
like,
said anything.
Like
You know what I mean?
after a show at the Shrine one night, me and KB went to my car to smoke. It was
which
KB.
is my favorite because it's always on Snapchat.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I Snapchatted y'all at smoke sessioning on your Snapchat before. It was Snapception. Snapception. That's hard to say. Snapception.
Snaps.
Yeah, but I love that. But yeah, you were at the shrine.
So we're at the Shrine, and me and KB are in my car smoking, and this lady walks through the parking lot, like through cars, stops at my car to tell KB, "You had an all right set."
No, she said.
Fuck
No,
that
that's not what she
bitch.
said. She said, "You're pretty good."
yeah.
Like that.
Like she sought you out to be
To
like,
tell
hey, you
you.
were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she's
That's
like,
awesome.
"I enjoyed you, I guess."
Yeah.
Like it was very, and my dash cam was up. I'm like, "Oh, bitch, I am clipping that."
That
Yeah.
shit was hilarious. I
fact
thought it
that-
was
You get
hilarious.
content out of those little golden moments
yeah.
sometimes. You know what I mean?
There was
But-
a time. Oh,
Hey,
go.
I'm not
Sorry.
even
Continue.
offended if somebody is like there was this one lady after one show, she was talking to this comedian who had an awesome set. And she was like, "Oh my God, you were the funniest of the night," or whatever. And she looked at me and she's like, "Oh, you're funny too." I was like, "No, give him his roses. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
don't
fine."
worry about me
You know what I'm
standing
saying?
here.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, I totally
You-
get
they
it. I
feel
have my face-
obligated
Like,
because you're
yeah,
standing
like
there.
that's not necessary.
What I was gonna say, Ted, is
my ego is not that fragile.
even before that, like even on stage, okay, like there could be 300 people in the room. Everybody's fucking laughing and rocking with you and having a good time. Guess who I see? The one motherfucker sitting there with his arms crossed, not giving
Like
a
tunnel
shit.
vision.
Fucking
And,
negative energy.
and as a, I don't like mean to pull this card because there's so many funny females, but
it's always a bitch.
we are in a world where there are still men out there who have a hard time admitting that
Oh, yeah,
women are
sure.
funny. And they don't want to laugh at you because they don't want to be proven wrong.
That's the reason why I like when I first started, I didn't talk about race and I didn't talk about sex. I was like, because y'all not about to pigeonhole me to
Nope.
like a idea of what a black female comedian is.
Yeah.
Like, I just talk about everyday shit.
Right.
And so then it was like a lot of people just fucked with it because it was like, I'm just talking about like anything. I'm talking about the core humanity of the experience of being a human on this fucking
Right.
planet.
I think that's
And
why
it's
your comedy
relatable.
translates too, though,
Yeah.
KB,
Right.
because I've seen enough performances
Yeah.
with you too, and it's just, we come to a lot of open mics.
Yeah.
We're always just lingering around, and
Yep.
I get to see everybody from beginners to like literally, feature acts up to
Yeah.
headliners by watching you guys at shows, and like you could tell the ones that are like playing to try to win the crowd, and then you
yeah.
could also tell the ones who are just comics and they're just sharing their experiments in these like, and that's always my favorite too. Is like when you're just talking about how you live and making that relatable and just be like that shit's funny, not like. So anyway, like just
Right.
trying to do like the kind of like corny street jokes just to win the crowd over so they can feel.
Or
good.
you talk-
How
or you talk-
offensive can I be?
Or you
Yeah.
talk over your crowd. Like I've seen like I hate when motherfuckers try to get too smart. Like
calm the fuck
calm
down.
the fuck. They're drinking Miller Lite, fam.
yeah.
Like why are you using dollar words when a quarter
Shut up,
will do?
Chad.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Relax with
Right.
it,
Well,
bro.
my parents are both teachers, so when you do your stuff and you like pull that curtain back a little bit and shit,
Huh.
like, yeah, fuck these kids. Like,
Yeah.
my parents would never say that, but they would say like, we remember you if you were good, or remember you if you were shit. Everyone in the middle, we have no idea who
We have
you
no
are.
idea.
20
We have
years
no
from now.
idea.
Yeah.
So when you're doing your stuff up there, I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
genuine, that's honest, but you're making it funny too, and that's when I appreciate that because I've seen all that from both sides. where-
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Damien,
and-
do you do any comedy? Are you a comic as well? I'm
No, I
most
haven't done-
unfamiliar with you, my
Ve-
friend. I'm
very,
sorry. So,
very
yeah.
limited
You're a
stand up.
lucky man, sir.
Yeah, yeah. According to Mac and Ted, you're super
You
lucky.
have no idea.
Yeah, shut up, Mac. So anyway, who said you could have a mic? I don't know, this is so
I
weird.
love Mac.
I love it.
I love Mac too.
I love Mac
I
on the
love
mic.
Mac.
Yeah, of course
love
Wilson
Mac.
does. Yeah, Ted's gonna need a ride home,
got
but other than that, we're okay.
I got that truth serum in me.
Ted's
I
got to
love him.
ride home if he needs one.
Damn right,
okay?
I'm
We
walking
got, you
down
got to
30.
sit in the baby
We got
seat.
you. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Got
a
you.
Malort ride.
I do. Yeah.
Among other
No, we all have
things.
Ubers
gonna
here.
ghost
I'm
ride-
everybody
we gonna
Ubers.
ghost
Nobody
ride the
drove,
rip home.
Everybody's professional here. I do kind of want to talk about like when you guys get off stage and and people are either like, "Hey, that was great," or "That wasn't so good." Like, like sometimes
I don't give a fuck. I had a good time.
I wish I didn't give a
It
fuck.
depends. It depends on my on if I had a good time.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm just always
KB and I are so opposite when it comes to like she is so lax and really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I take stuff to heart. If I have KB can recover from a set that isn't her best. Like if she's doing an open mic and she's just working on shit,
Yeah.
it wasn't her best shit. That could just like roll off her back, no problem. Me, I fucking dwell on the shit. Now I don't
I
as
think
much as
that's
I
good,
used
though.
to.
Like, I think
I used to
that's
fucking
good,
quit
though.
comedy every time I had a
Yeah.
fucking bad set.
Yeah. No, dude.
Okay.
look at her. Look at
I
me.
need to tell you
Fam, I've
that
seen
this motherfucker quits every other day.
Yeah. So
Damn,
you
like-
get it.
Yeah.
It's
like
hard.
I'm very
See,
so-
I'm Andy.
I'm
I'm
super hard on
Andy in this
myself.
relationship,
Okay.
and you're Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
I
What's up,
play
baby?
guitar. In the
Shaking
game
that
Grand Theft
ass.
Auto, you can go see your attributes. Like
Mm-hmm.
in video games, you can go see all the things you spent time doing. I wish I knew music-wise how many hours I log because I think I play probably more music. I'm very us in the music community. We know pretty much all the local musicians and like this isn't even like an ego. I probably practice more than most people I know.
Yeah.
And we'll kill shows. We fucking kill shows. And like I'll think about the 4 things I fucked up. And what I struggle
I
with
want to know
when I get off
in,
stage
in music what makes a bad set.
like
when
like,
you know
like
you
if
could
you
have
get
done
off
better.
stage
When
and
we
you're
just
like,
did
God
the
damn
Forge,
it.
my hands were really sweaty the whole
Yeah.
time.
Were you
And my-
nervous?
No,
No.
I
Okay.
actually don't get nervous that much. which
Okay.
is
I
totally
do.
True. We've done a million. We've done so
I do
many
too.
shows and
I
so
still
many
get
states.
nervous.
Like it
I still
doesn't-
get nervous.
With the exception of a handful here and there, been doing music with Andy now for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I get nervous every single time. My
I love
heart
getting
pounds.
nervous.
Do you get
But
the
it
nervous
motivates
piece?
me.
Yeah.
When does
yeah.
it stop?
Yes.
Like when?
Yeah.
Like I still get nervous
When I am
sometimes. but right when
halfway
they say
through my
name,
set.
it's
Yeah, like
over.
song 3.
No,
No, literally.
I'm
I am-
nervous till I get a laugh.
As soon as they say like, "Hey, next up is," like,
Nope.
that's it. I don't have any time left.
They can say my name.
Yeah.
I'm up there. I need my first laugh, which is in my set. Like I have my shit. You know, I know my opener.
I
I know
meditate.
that I'm gonna get my first laugh with.
No, I
numbers.
do.
I listen to
I-
binaural beats on my
Like,
my AirPods.
yeah,
Pretty much almost every time before I play.
just
like
gotta smoke
20
a whole
minutes
lot of
before I
weed.
play.
it's just energy, so you just have to figure out how to channel it.
Yeah. When like I get off stage and everybody tells you you did so good, and like sometimes I like miss being around like that one friend I have. Like my friend Brian knows him. My friend Mike Schragle. She does a lot of art. It was the gummies things we saw
Yeah.
earlier on the pre.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cute.
Yeah, it doesn't
did that.
even it doesn't even matter whatever errors there was because the feeling of the people that were there to be entertained felt it anyway.
At our
Well,
last show,
That's what he can't do.
Like, that's that.
I have a
fuck all
hard
that
I have a hard
bullshit.
time being loved. It's like fucking weird to say, but like when people are
You
like,
know
"You're
what?
good," or
I'm-
"You do
I-
this,"
Do you think it's not genuine?
yes.
He
Yeah.
has imposter
times it
syndrome
is,
like
yeah.
no one I've ever met.
It's impossible.
Especially with the
But-
podcast. I don't know if you guys feel this, but like people will come tell me stories about my life that I've never fucking met before.
Yeah,
And like
yeah, we
they'll
got
know
that.
they'll
Yeah.
know about me a lot, and I'm
That's
just kind
fucked.
of weirded out.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
kind of
weird.
I have
Yeah.
18 cents in my bank account, and you're talking to
It's
me like I'm
because you
somebody
do
who
the podcast.
inspires you.
Now
And
imagine
I'm just
that.
like, dude, don't do what I do. 'cause it's
Imagine that
not,
with
you know?
comedy.
Yeah.
Like we're talking on stage, we're
Yeah.
telling our lives on stage. I'm not remembering every motherfucker that's in the crowd.
Yeah.
So when someone
Blackout.
comes up to me later and starts talking to me about my life, I'm like, what? the
Correct,
hell?
yeah.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest compliment, though. That's the big.
Kind of,
it's-
yeah.
It'll come out of nowhere. Again, you'll be like, "Man, you said the funniest thing I ever heard," and I'm like, "It was nothing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said it."
People say
I was
shit
being
to
me.
me that I'm like,
I was-
I didn't remember.
I was
that
being
said
me.
that.
We went to our hometown and did an event over the summer, and
Yeah.
all these people that we grew up with would come up and like, "Hey, this is so great what you're doing, and everything." And we're still like trying, like you're saying, trying to like spread our audience, get bigger, build all
Yeah.
this stuff. We still think we're at the first step, and they're seeing us at like
Yeah.
You guys-
higher up.
You guys don't understand how much you're killing it, do
Well, the
you?
thing is,
You
people would come
are.
up. People would come
Yeah.
up and be like,
Yeah.
people would
That's
be
why
like,
I'm
would
so
start
fucking
telling us
grateful we're
stuff.
all here, y'all.
Yeah.
It was great. People come up and start telling us the same thing. It'd be like, why do you know that? Why
Yeah.
did
You're
you
like,
hear
oh,
that?"
this is
Yeah.
the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Okay, so
And
when
I'm not
when
like
I
taking it
start,
for granted.
no,
That's the
I
thing.
get that. When I started comedy, I didn't know that like people had shitty sets. This is gonna sound super.
Till you had one, right? Then you're like, "Oh."
It took
this
a while
happens.
before I had one.
Like a
I was
shitty set?
new.
Yeah.
I had good jokes off the bat. I had a very supportive room. It was a plethora of things. I didn't know comedy was a thing. I didn't know I could do it outside of Mojo's. And then when I did, I fucking ate all the dicks. And when I tell you that like it rolls off KB like nothing and it makes me want to quit fucking comedy. Like I was supposed to go to 2 mics that night. The first one I ate dicks. The second one I went to and sulked the whole fucking time.
I totally get that though, because I went from like a handful of open mics to hosting the room, because, and then I think it was Jack Baker said this recently online and said, work in a comedy club, you get to see all this stuff. Well, I was working at Zany's at St. Charles, so I was seeing it day to day, and I wasn't doing it, but I was seeing all the stuff. I was talking to
Yeah.
other comics, I was soaking it all up, and then when I did it myself. One guy was like, "How long have you been doing this?" I'm like, "Oh, that was my first open mic." He's like, "Bullshit, go fuck yourself." I'm like, "No, I'm serious.
No,
I've just been
I've been
studying it."
studying it.
And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I got a room. You want to open? Can you open? We need to play." Like, absolutely. But so
Yeah.
then it took a while, and I ate shit one night. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
yeah.
What
It's
we've
such
learned,
it's a marathon.
it
It's
is-
a fucking marathon.
and it's a
Yeah.
different journey for every single person.
But don't you feel better when it's a room full of strangers that's laughing?
I prefer it.
I
Yeah,
do.
right.
I do.
I,
would-
would, I hate seeing you guys.
I was
on
gonna say
my
I don't
shows.
take anybody.
I
that I know.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, I
but,
try
like
not to
I
be-
want I want you in the back so I
I
can't.
try
see
to tell
you.
them, please.
Right.
They will see my face and be
Yeah.
like, "Fuck this guy."
You guys get like
do.
you get
You know what though?
pummeled at every
You know why?
To be fair, Waleed is
Yeah.
apologize 100,000 times.
Bro.
But here,
Remember he called us fat,
Waleed
remember?
called
Oh,
them
that was
fat.
awesome.
Yeah.
was
Oh,
awesome.
I
that
think I was
shit!
there at that
I
show. I think you were there at
died.
that show.
I heard you in the back.
Like I have a
awesome.
specific laugh for shit, and it
I
rang
think that
off.
was my first show
I
back.
heard you laugh, and I'm like,
was
it's
your
gonna be
first show.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to come
we
out
were
and
at
see
that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't believe he really
Support, baby.
just
Well, here's the
called.
thing. He's,
them.
he's riding them on him, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the bullet on this. And I start laughing really hard at him so he can see it. And he's like, oh, you're not any
Yeah.
better, too. And I'm like, okay, I did it on purpose because
Yeah.
he was riding him hard.
Because we were, and I was laughing, and I was laughing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Here's the deal: when we got sat, we realized that we were, stage right in the corner, right there,
Yeah,
and we're like, you can see us in the lights, because I
Right.
realized you're going to see 2-3 rows out, and you see nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When people, I love when people in the back go, "Me, I have a birthday."
they
don't
don't say
raise your
me.
hand.
They don't
Yeah,
say me. They
yeah, they
just
raise
go.
their hand. It's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's like how are they going to see you? They can't see you.
This works.
Right.
We go off of this.
But we
Yeah,
sat
anything.
we sat right there.
Use
Yeah.
all 5 senses.
And the bad part is, if someone comes up and they're not funny, you're making eye contact with them.
Yes.
So you have to. You're
And
the
I'm telling you now, that's
Yeah.
who I'm fucking
yeah.
focusing
You're the ha guy.
Yep.
And so that was hard. But at the same time,
Because there was probably some comics on that.
Well, it was the
lineup
first
then.
night out for a lot of
There-
people.
there was.
It could have been
There
18
was.
months.
Oh,
and
you
people
are
just
so
walking off.
sweet. You
Yeah.
are so sweet
Yeah.
for being like, it was their first time.
well, he needed.
I blame Tom for that. He's one of the
So true story. When Ted does comedy, if I go, I usually find a way to work myself to the front. The main reason being, I'm a crutch. If something turns sideways, he can say to me whatever he wants and not get shanked in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? He can say whatever he wants.
I'll get shanked back at home. I just won't
Right.
get shanked in
so
the
So,
nice
so I
of
do that. Now
you.
he's never had to use me, but I consider myself a crutch. So that's what I do is I go and I try to plant myself in that area.
I will say this. I did a show, and I came out. I looked in the front row. A guy I went to college with. Haven't seen him much. From Nashville, drove up to see me.
Remember that?
Front row. I walk out. I was literally like,
Oh, did it fuck you up?
Yeah, I was like, the fuck is this guy doing here?
Yeah. And I never
You're
met
like,
the
I
guy.
can't
And it was one of
acknowledge
those
you
rooms
right
where
now.
it's not like a real stage. Like literally, he could have reached out and touched me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing here? So later on, like during when the headliner comes out, they're like, anyone from out of town? He's like, yeah, I'm from Nashville. He's like, why are you here? He's like, to see Ted. First thing the guy was like, why? Immediately. And I was in the back
Wow.
like, yeah, no, that checks out.
You know what?
That checks out.
I see what you
I
did
like when you
there.
say the name of the movie. And
He said the thing. He said the thing.
said the thing.
Or like when the fucking album has the fucking
Yeah.
album name as the fucking single.
Yeah.
It also kind of going back to that. It kind of sucks when your homie is at your show and they're the heckler and you're like, fam, like,
My friend.
please.
Yeah.
You're making
stop."
me look bad.
Yeah, because you're like, because I know you go in, and you're like, don't, unless they specifically ask a question that they
Yeah.
want an answer for,
Yes.
shut your fucking
Oh
mouth.
my God,
And then you'll be
poor-
like, oh, that's me, I've done that. You're like, oh God, you're not with
Holy
me.
shit.
Most
My
questions.
coworkers came.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm,
do that a lot.
I'm in
yeah.
the middle of telling a joke, and my one coworker goes, "Yep, that's true. Yep." And then the Pat Tomasulo show, my whole family shows
My
up.
sweet baby.
I love you. My whole family shows up too, including my Aunt Karen.
She's a Karen?
Classic.
She
I have an
lived
Aunt
up-
Karen.
She lived up to that.
Raymond has an Aunt Karen.
I
I have an
do
Aunt
a
Karen.
whole fucking joke about how my Aunt Karen is a nice lady, blah, blah, blah. I stopped doing it after this night. She's at Pat Tomasulo. That was the night that, I mean, we had like 300 people in the fucking audience. It was probably the biggest
Isn't that
crowd.
crazy? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're in the back, which is perfect. I'm doing a joke about, oh, this is how my mom and dad met, blah, blah, blah. My Aunt Karen goes, no, it's not. And I'm like,
Okay.
shut the fuck up, Karen.
Bitch,
Shut
shut
the-
up. Or I slap the shit out of
Shut
you.
the fuck up. I was leaving that show. This woman came up to me and she goes, I met your aunt in the bathroom. And I'm like, the fact that you know
Right.
You already
that
knew
was my aunt.
Yeah.
it was her.
So she was in the bathroom being like, that was
That's
my niece.
Yeah.
I worked with Pat McGann in a room where it's 300 people, and that was amazing because you talk and it's literally just a wall of sound coming back to you. And the funny thing is, I'm there for a little early because I'm a newer guy. I want to like respect the room, do everything. I'm learning all the stuff. They're like, this when you go on, this sort of thing. I'm like, Pat walks in immediately. They're like, hey, yeah, this is for a play we're doing later. Don't stand up here. It's a fake stage. It doesn't actually exist. No one had said that to me. 5 minutes before we're supposed to go on, I'm like, hey, maybe tell the fat guy not to walk in the front third.
I'm gonna break this.
Third of the stage. It wasn't like a small stage.
false.
Front third was just a fake stage.
It's not breakaway
Immediately
pants,
tells
breakaway
Pat, because
stage.
if Pat gets hurt, their insurance is going to go off. Immediately they'd be like, well, fuck that guy. He just fell through.
Oh my
was
God.
like, Well, now I know my place. I knew it before, but now I really know where I'm at right now. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But then Pat comes off stage. He's like, hey, buddy, don't go in the front. I'm like, thanks, man. I
Oh, thank you so much.
get it. Great guy.
You should get a heads up.
You
Yeah,
know,
no.
this kind of coincides with getting nervous. I've been listening. The camera overheated, so I was focusing on that.
Oh,
but
okay.
What you're
good.
talking about is like
Hey,
your
I
Aunt
get it. I
Karen
get
and
that a
stuff
lot.
there. I was at the Donut one time when your parents were at the bar.
Oh man.
And I just think like that's the thing. I don't get nervous for strangers, but like my mom heard me sing for the first time on her
Wow.
birthday this year.
Did she
Oh
cry?
wow.
I think she was like, I get it now. I think I literally think, but I just like I've never really shared or played my music for like my parents.
This might be a
Did you
deep
get
dive,
nervous?
Yeah,
but you never sang happy birthday to your mom before?
I don't sing for real.
Okay, I'm just checking. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, you
if I ever
never
got drunk
sing
enough
for
to,
real.
yeah.
All
For
right.
happy
All right.
birthday.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
checking.
Hey, you look weird. You look weird.
Rachel,
if you
do
try to
just,
be
like,
Mariah
bust out
Carey on the
your
happy
fucking
birthday.
vibrato.
Finger in the ear.
There is no vibrato on this voice. I don't know what I do when I sing.
motherfucking birthday.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I actually purposely try to sing happy birthday bad.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have to.
Oh yeah.
You do the claps in the
That's
middle.
what I
Cha-cha-cha,
say,
you do the
too.
cha- Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
One
Amazing.
time I did like a metalhead birthday to somebody. That's how I sang it.
Yeah.
And then right after that, my friend was like, "Do you want to be in our band?" So I got
We do the Stevie Wonder version.
I got booked into a band
An
off of
accident.
my happy birthday.
Yes, I would like to ruin my throat for you.
Did you do the Stevie Wonder?
That's
the
what
Stevie
she
Wonder
said.
version is hard though.
Of happy birthday.
Yeah.
How's it go?
Happy birthday
Oh, that one.
to
Yeah.
ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Sounds great.
Happy
I don't know what you guys talking about.
I went
You
to
guys know I'll
Joliet
sing in
Public
my next
Schools.
band,
I know
for
these
sure.
songs.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah, yeah.
We got
You know, I like to sing it like Cassandra, like Wayne singing it to Cassandra in Wayne's World.
like Marilyn Monroe.
No, yeah, he's only emulating Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Manson.
Hey, suck
Marilyn
my dick
Monroe
a little.
Manson.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe was like the,
Marimo.
that was
Got
the
him.
ultimate thought. Like how you sitting the president.
She was a fucking hoe, dude.
She was.
Yeah,
And
And
dude.
you know what? So
Here's
were
to the
all
hoes,
the
yeah.
Kennedys.
yeah, I do not slut shame
Hey,
in
man.
this house.
No
Hey,
way,
man.
dude. She was the first one to figure out. She's like,
Fucking
fuck it.
cheers.
She's like, I'm gonna fuck everybody. It's fine.
They all gonna send me expensive
They-
flowers.
They got a tunnel. They
don't know.
sneaking me in.
yeah.
Did they sneak Marilyn Monroe through tunnels?
I'm pretty sure one of the Kennedys had like a secret affair with Marilyn Monroe. So
You
why
mean
wouldn't you
JFK?
sneak your side
Yeah,
piece
I'm pretty
in?
sure it
Secret's
wasn't
a
that
strong
secret.
word for
Yeah, it
it,
wasn't that
but-
secret.
It wasn't
everybody
secret.
knows
She,
All I'm saying
she
is
sent that birthday
Exactly.
video
She was like,
to
I'm
the White
sprung.
House.
Well, like,
Yeah,
Literally,
they had a
if they
film
didn't
on
know at that
70
point, someone
millimeter.
turned and went like, "Oh, you fucking."
We all got to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we
Yeah,
we know what's.
All I'm saying
He had a boner.
is
in
if you
front of his
had
wife for
a
that.
mad crib
With that accent,
with
fam?
fucking
yeah,
tunnels
yeah, yeah.
and you had a side piece, would you not sneak your side piece in through the tunnel? Because I'm using.
If I had a house,
Yeah.
I would just like use the front door.
If I was the
If
president,
I had
I'm in through the
tunnels,
garage.
I'd
People are watching the tunnel.
Yeah.
So then, while they're watching the tunnel, you sneak them in.
They
No,
can
no, no,
suck
no.
my
That,
tunnel.
but that's
Exactly.
not Kennedy's. They were bootleggers. They're gonna use the tunnel.
That's true.
That's
They
what
were
I'm saying.
Once you get to the
bootleggers.
The
back-
tunnel was not for anything like savory. You
Oh,
know
no,
what I
they
mean?
were
like,
doing
it
some
was
mafia
for
stuff on the days she
devious
wasn't
doing.
over.
Yeah.
nothing
Usually the back
savory.
tunnels are for
If
devious
you're
doing.
not sneaking the fucking puss
did we-
and the bus through the tunnel, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, what is
If we're
it even
bootlegging
for?
and we're fucking
All right,
poonlegging.
Mackinder, I'm gonna see yachts
Moonlighting.
and
Well,
tunnels.
Jackie
one
was
day,
bringing
okay?
that in
Yachts and
for
tunnels.
sure.
That's the goal. We're gonna have a
I'm
yacht and a
already
tunnel.
making a tunnel to this.
She was incredibly
I
smart.
own
too.
a tunnel, and I'm just
was
saying,
smart.
use it.
Jackie O was really smart.
Yes.
She knew how to be a first lady
He
during
needed
that time.
his. This is my presentable wife.
Yeah, his down ass bitch.
And then he needed that
His
fucking
side
freak
chick.
in the sheets.
The entree,
I
not the
need a
main entree.
project chick.
It's like, hey, you know what? Nah, Jackie was like, this is a pretty good life. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Kate.
Yeah, yeah. you
We're
guys-
she's my spirit animal over
You
here.
guys.
We hugged a week ago, and I was like, I get.
I got a
it.
KB hug. I'm like, all right, yeah. all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I told
Well,
KB
I've-
last
I don't
week
know.
that I
Shop
wasn't sure if she
lover.
ever liked us because she's such a hard person on the outside, but she's a marshmallow on the inside. I hugged. I was
really
like, "You're so soft." She's like, "I
Oh,
know."
I told her when she
I
walked
didn't
in,
know.
like, maybe he's the coolest motherfucker you find, but she has that look where you're like, I get it, I'm out, I'm gonna walk away.
I'm gonna let
You
you
could cut a
tell
band
me
down.
you
That's
like
just
me.
her face.
Hey,
I know, well,
I
that's
just
it.
met
It's
you.
the
I'm not
swag too,
intimidated.
man.
I think
Well-
you're cool.
I'm gonna say when I met KB and she said the words, "I want to work with you," I was like,
It's like you hit, yeah.
You want to work with me?
Yeah, Oscar music starts playing, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
I was
Yeah,
like,
we're doing it.
all right.
You know, I think that my impression of KB2 is always kind of similar to me. Like, I'm not somebody who walks around the room and like sells myself to people. You just
Yeah.
kind of chill and observe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of how I am as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes people mistake that for you being an asshole. Or,
Yeah.
Like, especially
Oh,
in my
yeah.
context,
Easily.
people are like, oh, that
Yeah.
guy, he doesn't want to fucking talk to us. Or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people be
not that at
intimidated,
all,
and
it's just-
then they talk to me, and they're like, and I'm like, hey, like, what's
chilling.
going? And I'm super chill, and then like, especially on the comedy scene, like they're like, no, I heard about you or whatever, and then when I'm super chill and there is no, I'm like, hey, you want to smoke with me? Hey, I
Yeah.
brought some
Right.
drinks, whatever.
Right.
And they're like, oh shit, because like I have worked with people who have been straight up dicks.
Yeah.
Of
Same,
course.
same. I
And,
mean,
and
that's-
I never want to be a dick because this shit is already hard. I don't need to make it harder for
Right.
somebody.
And
you
the
know what
thing
I'm
is,
saying?
too, like, I'm not in the industry or like the profession to be. I'm not in it to make anything harder. on
Harder
anybody
anyone
And
else,
like
yeah.
you know, I've said this quote on our podcast a lot, and the late great Twist Ferguson, when I first started playing music, he always said like. He's like, none of this is ever a competition. If you're hungry enough, you'll eat. So like,
Right.
everybody out here is just trying to eat. And if
Yeah.
you're trying to fucking take it away from anybody else, anything like that,
Sorry, we had to
picture
get-
up. You know what I mean? We all pause.
That's social
No, but like if
media.
you're trying
This
to
is our
take it
home-
away from somebody else, you're just
Yeah.
you're not in it for the art of it. You're not in it to like produce. You're not in it to like
Right.
express yourself. You're in it just to be a dick.
Right.
And like you in the music industry, definitely. Comedy industry, I'm not too.
No,
in your
there's a
scene,
lot
but
there's a
so many
lot of
parallels,
that.
yeah.
It's like
Oh, you
it's
have
it's
the
it's crazy.
similarities.
Like I always say, like the sun is shining on the entire earth, and you swear the spotlight is only meant for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
And if
Like,
you want it that
you
bad,
know,
like that's
everything
fucked up
the
too. I
light
think you know,
touches
like
is
some people
out.
who are like
Yeah.
super into like
Like,
focus on me, focus on, and like we've done a lot of podcasts where we have a lot of people. You know, we've interviewed a lot of people over the years, and like some people just come in and they sell themselves, and after 20 minutes, there's no more podcasts because
Right.
the act that they've prepared can only take them so long.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like, you know, when you start,
or it's tiresome, and it's so so disgenuine. Like
yeah,
it's
disingenuous, yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, well, what is fam? Like we're just having a conversation, chilling, smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
That's literally our podcast.
The same.
Like
yeah.
Right.
like.
But that's the thing too, you know, like sometimes it's not about selling yourself. It's about like, you know, finding out different, like when I talk to new people, I'm sitting here listening to y'all talk about your experiences on stage and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, what? I'm on this podcast and I'm
Yeah.
listening to you guys all like, this is relatable, you know? And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of for us, like our idea of a podcast is just kind of just sharing stories with as many people as we can and like getting them like, you know, you guys were talking about stuff you say on stage, like gets a laugh, and you kind of don't expect it. But it's like you're saying something that relates to somebody that
It's
they have may
real.
never even expressed. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and them, they're like, oh shit, I'm not alone. That
love
somebody else
that.
feels that
Well,
way. too.
everybody remembers something different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
you can do the same set every week, and someone's going to remember something different out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that touched them in their life, or that's
Last
the part
night it was
that, you
fucking
know,
Offended them.
That's how it happened.
yeah, that's the part that offended.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
part
You know
that.
what? My cousin raped me, so I can't.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that rape joke was really. Hard. It's
Whoa.
usually that. I've watched it
know- I
happen
know
a few
about that.
times. People, yeah.
I will say it's great though seeing people do the same thing over again, and then you're in the audience, you're like, oh, this is it. This is where they're gonna hit.
Yeah.
And it's so great to be like you just a little bit ahead of it, and then look around the audience and see like the joke like wave go over them, and like
That's always everybody's favorite when my parents do come to shows. And my mom mentioned it. My mom's like, I like coming to your shows. I'm so proud of you, this and that. But I hate that once everybody knows that I'm your mom, they instead just watch me and
that's a good point,
reacting
yeah.
to your jokes instead of watching you. And my mom just has to sit there and be like,
Ah.
You know,
knowing
that's
that
the thing, too.
everybody's
Some people
staring at
don't
her.
like the attention.
yeah, yeah.
So when they know,
Well, I was saying
Yeah.
like he saw your brother for the first time not that long ago.
Yeah.
hit me
And I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is
Here it
he's-
comes.
He's gonna like this. He's
Here
like,
it
and
comes.
I'm watching it, but not trying to like take it away. I don't want to like
Ruin the
Like,
experience.
get ready, get ready.
Yeah, I don't want to flag him that this is coming, but man, it was.
You
great.
want to see the first
Yeah.
genuine reaction.
Because I want to be there the first time again. Be like, I
Yeah.
wish I'd never remembered this, so I could see it for the first time. So to see,
Well,
his
he had
face-
he had some left turns. See, I like left turns. I like
Yeah.
when you're going, and then all of a sudden you're here. And
Yeah.
it's like that's what I like. If I can tell where your punchline's going, I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm funnier than you. It's not because it's just because
You've watched
Yeah.
enough.
I want to
comedy
be
to know.
surprised.
Yeah, and
my
especially
brain, my brain's always moving. So if
yeah.
I'm moving faster than you and you've
Right.
rehearsed it irritates me.
You know what's funny
You know?
about that style of comedy is that for those type of comedians, their left turns become predictable. Like I watched
You are
Anthony
right.
Jeselnik, and the first time I saw him, I was like, "Damn, this motherfucker's funny." And then when I saw him a few years later, when he started his premises, I'd be like, okay, the left turn
Right.
is this.
Yeah, you meet him
So
there.
here- yeah,
meet him
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
there.
You're right. You're right. But I'm saying the first time when you get
Yeah.
up there and you're like, oh, it's a left turn. I like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it. you
I
know?
prefer the unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like I
like a
I can
misdirect.
accept and I can tolerate where I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. And the same could be said for music.
Same songs, yeah. Like people write similar songs. Like
Yeah.
that's something. It's
There's only
structure.
so many
Same.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so many parallels, right?
Yeah.
So like that's like song structure. You know, we see bands that play the same song 7 times in a row. It's
Yeah.
just the same structure. You know, intro, verse, bridge. You know, like
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
all
I
the
saw that
same.
for like Backstreet Boys. They
Yeah.
had put like this producer was like, have you ever
Formulaic.
noticed that
It's
they use
formulaic.
the
Yep.
same
Hey, we had a hit one
backbeat
time,
or whatever?
so let's do that
and
formula.
and he
again.
just posted all the songs, and
Because-
essentially it was literally the same thing. It was
Because
just
why
sped
wouldn't
up or a
you
little
use the
slowed down.
formula that works? Like I understand it to an extent. Like use the shit that works, but at the same time, and like in the same thought, you have to figure out how you can use what does work
There's always that
and
twist.
branch it
Yeah.
off. Exactly.
Well, you have to make it your own. If it's not your own,
Exactly.
I'll just watch the one that
Exactly.
works. I don't need to listen to this podcast because I can listen to 5 other ones that do the same thing.
correct.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's just how it goes.
And that's the thing about podcasts too. I know you guys 70 episodes. You guys have been doing it for a few years.
Yeah, we're in season 5.
Yeah. You do seasons. We're a long continuous.
We're-
Well, we took a year off. KB moved away.
Yeah.
How
for a
dare
year.
you?
Bitch, you fucking.
We thought we were
How
gonna have to.
dare you.
It was the worst, but now we know that we could have done it the whole time.
Yeah.
With the pandemic,
Yeah.
we went
Yeah.
through
Uh,
Skype. But we skipped a year. We've been at it for.
Yeah, and the thing, like that's cool about it is that the reason why we did seasons is because to track what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it forces us to like reevaluate
Sure.
at the end of being like, okay, well
We
that
like
was
to-
season 5.
we like to
what
do
did we
better
do? What was good?
every
What
season.
was
What can
your
we keep?
playbook?
What can we get rid of?
Taking
keeps
notes?
It
You're
keeps it
fucking
fresh in
looking
our
back on
mind
the season,
we
dude.
know.
Max now.
Yeah, so
If you go back even 3 seasons, you'll see that our structure has
it's
changed
changed. Yeah.
so much through the year. We used to not
Segments
have
changed.
segments at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
We would just go and talk.
Yeah, we used to
Um,
not have cameras. It was just our iPhone.
Every
Kind of where
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
at. And I have all the
We recorded
capabilities.
it
I
on the
just
iPhone. Yep.
I sometimes like you guys don't do a ton of guests. You do guests, but you don't do a
We
ton.
do well now that we're weekly. We do a guest every
Every other week.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
in between that, it's just the 2 of us episodes.
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
we call them.
and what's interesting is like a lot of people really
Really
like they
like
fuck
those
fuck with our
episodes.
guests, but like the just 2 of us episodes, man, we get
We
to
get compliments like
Yeah.
when it's just the 2 of us. People
Yeah.
tend
We
to
do the same
almost
thing.
prefer
Yeah.
that better.
The energy's
problem with-
different.
Every time we bring
cameras.
someone in, we're like, "Hey, this person's great," and all of a
Yeah.
sudden our numbers are like, "Nope." And
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
because they
And
don't.
the
It's
people
not
are
coming.
great.
And it's
The
we're
people are
learning they're
great.
coming because of our
they want to
interaction.
hear.
Yeah.
They want to
Yeah.
hear you.
How do you
They want
guys
that familiar
how do you
friend.
guys track your like what's your hosting site? What do you go through?
It
So
all goes through Mac and it sucks.
yeah, it goes,
Transistor.
yeah. His hosting site is nowhere near accurate, but it's still it especially in the beginning, it gave you a feel of what's going on.
Sure.
Now I get more of a feel of just the feedback I get. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You
It's
guys
amazing
have so much interaction.
how people
Yeah.
people find us, and somebody walk up, like I said, they'll say something on there. Ted gets it too. They'll say something, and he's like, "Oh, cool, what's that?" And they're like, "You said that on the
Yeah.
podcast."
Exactly.
and we
that's
didn't
the
remember it.
imposter
My
syndrome shit I have.
God.
I know you guys get this, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
we don't prepare anything. We come in, we just talk
Don't
for an
improv.
hour.
Yeah.
People will message
That's the best way,
me.
in my opinion.
They'll
Yeah.
message me as they're listening to the new episode, right?
Yeah.
And once that episode is over,
Yeah.
it's out of my head
Right.
Exactly.
until I
This is
listen
not
to it
planned.
again.
Yeah, because we're all
So
just
when-
conduits for like
Right.
thoughts and
Yeah.
everything. It just kind of
And we
flows
do
through,
an
and we just happen
episode
to
a
record.
week.
Yeah,
We've-
exactly.
And we've done so many. We have
Exactly.
repeated so many stories, all this. So when somebody will message me while they're listening to
Yeah.
it for the first time and be
Right.
like, haha, your cat's an idiot. And I'm like,
What?
What?
Why being mean to my
Which
dad?
one?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Which fucking one?
Is this call
I
coming
love
from in the
those
house?
cats.
I've also seen those documentaries where people get up in front of the stage of like a panel and be like, "You remember in episode 3, season 4, when you said?" And when I was a kid, I was like, "Yeah, why don't they remember that?" Now I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah, no,
Ah,
no,
that
no.
I said
don't.
this
I
last
work so
week.
much, you know.
Last week, people would be like, "Hey, they'll say something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Where's that from? Like you said that. Like
You said that.
Fam, I don't remember shit so much that when on Wednesdays I just put my playlist on when I work. I listen back to it. I'm like, that shit's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
I
damn,
know.
because I don't remember. what
Sometimes
we
You guys
said.
listen to your own episodes?
She does more often than I do.
Yeah.
he does because he
Never.
sends the edits to Mac.
Yeah, I do
But
the editing. So yeah.
There are times where I'll listen. If it's a really good episode, I'm like, oh, I gotta hear that.
Yeah, he'll give me the heads up. He'll be like, this is funny.
Yeah. So
Sometimes-
there are times where I'll listen to an episode and I'm saying something, and like someone will say something, I'll be like, haha, and out loud while listening, I will be like, blah blah blah, and then I will say it on the podcast, and I'm like, I don't even remember
Yeah,
saying.
I'll say the next
Yeah.
line and
Yeah.
literally be like,
I don't even
oh, I
remember
did say that.
I did say.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
good.
I'm
Oh
good.
good. I
Yeah.
did say
Yeah, I
that.
Does
thought of
this
that.
translate to comedy as well? Because I know personally, like when we play on stage, sometimes I tell her I kind of like. It's not blacking out. That's not the proper term for it. I call it like getting into flow. I
do
like
the same
lock into
thing.
flow state.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember the order of our set. Like I don't
Yeah.
remember what songs we
Yeah.
played.
Oh my
but like
God.
I'm just in that
so
flow
funny.
state.
Yeah,
And then I
because
get
you're so
off and you're
locked
like,
in.
that was
Yeah.
an hour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
And that's
because
such a
it's-
great
got a lot.
feeling.
You guys
It's
go
such a
forever, and I'll be
it's
doing other
the
stuff.
same sense
Yeah.
of like living in the moment. Like if
The
you're at
flow
a
state,
concert and
yeah.
you're not taking pictures and you're just
Or
living in the
acid.
moment,
Yeah.
and that it's the same thing about
be
like
doing,
when you're
like,
performing.
Work, like housework, whatever, and have you guys just in my headphones, and I'll be like, how did 2.5 hours go by? Like, what is
Yeah.
up with that?
That is awesome.
Same with the podcast too, especially
That's
on
what I'm
the,
saying. Like, their podcast is longer than most podcasts, and it'd just be like, wow.
Yeah.
How did that, like, it felt like.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like people will
Real
come
quick.
to us and be like, it
Can't use
just
the shower.
don't use the shower.
If anyone
Sorry.
here,
Yo, wait, hold
if
up,
anyone
fam.
here, this is
I
the
got
one
it
I'd be like-
before because I got a small bladder. Listen, before these motherfuckers had a whole ass conversation in the group chat about the fucking shower. You believe that? And me and A be driving over here. I was like, I don't know
What's
what
the
the
deal with
fuck.
the
what's
shower?
the-
I
what's
gotta
the
be
deal
honest with
with
you
the
guys. I
shower?
muted the group chat. I started the group chat and I was probably the first one to mute it. I just like I'm a person. I love talking when I have the
No.
time.
Yeah.
Like, and
I'm
I like to
I'm fucking
dictate
busy.
the
I
time.
get it.
Here's the thing.
for talking.
I didn't know
can't
he
just
couldn't
respond
see it.
because I won't respond. Yeah, in Mackinac too, I have no idea.
He could see the chat. He couldn't see the events. He couldn't see anything.
I didn't see the chat.
Had I
so-
known that, I wouldn't have been such a dick about it. I just thought he wasn't responding because he was pissed what I was saying.
No.
He just wasn't
I
seeing
never
it.
saw it.
I just
Wow.
sometimes I feel like
Why do you
I'm a-
take this abuse, man?
It's called
Is it
cash.
the money? Is
Yes,
it's
yeah,
the money?
he gets paid, man.
We've been his
Yeah.
second
It's
longest,
that fucking long sword, dude. He's like, I'm in it. I'm
second
in it
most
to win it.
loyal podcast he has.
I don't. It's just.
We've been
Yeah.
here the second longest, and he's like, I got it. I got to pay rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
Things we
Yeah,
do for
you
money.
gotta
When are we gonna do your thing here? What do we,
Yeah, I brought.
Oh, we got segments too, baby. So
I brought
yeah,
a
when KB
card
comes
game.
back, let's
yeah,
get into these.
I
cards here.
KB and I picked out the best cards. I
Cool.
feel out of the deck.
Cool.
And when she gets out of the shower,
She better not be in the shower. I'm gonna be so pissed.
I hope I hear
never
the
get to
water
We
run
tried to
like
do
any
this
second.
in his basement a long time ago. It sucked. We got angry and everything. We walked in. Mac made it so easy, so simple. We sit down, we start talking. It was too easy. We got uncomfortable. So we started making fun of the stuff we couldn't make fun of. Oh, you got a shower in there? Can we use the shower? Immediately,
Yeah.
no. He said no immediately. I didn't even think, like, all right, well, now the shower is a hot button.
Yeah.
We're going to push that button.
Mac,
Do you use the shower?
Yeah.
Mac is not about improv. There's
I
no
would
yes
totally
and.
use the shower if I have my own studio too. I did a job today, went home, showered, and came here. I didn't need to. 0%. I just like
Yeah.
I'm a multiple. Like it resets me.
We-
it's not even about actually just being
I
clean.
get it.
We go
man. I
out-
just kind of get reset.
We
with
go
the
out and do
showers.
our promo videos right on this brick wall over here. So Mac usually sees us. We leave, but we're still out in the parking lot for a while. Well, we would come back in, we'd knock and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not touching yourself, or whatever." Just kidding. Well, one time a post office guy came down. He's like, "Is there a podcast studio right here?" We're like, "Yeah, it's right here." Knocks on the door. Mac's in here screaming. He's like, "I'm baiting. Go away!"
Screams to the mailman.
Yeah. And we looked at the post office like, I don't know what goes on. Like, I don't know what that guy's doing.
Yeah, he's just in
And
the
then finally he opens the door. He's like,
Lord.
"What do you want?" And the guy was like, "Oh, I got a package for Audio Hive podcasting studio."
I was like,
Because there was
oh.
nothing on the door.
But it was
back
a
then.
dress-
new flashlight.
But it was
That's
addressed
right.
to us.
Yeah, it was addressed to us. That was the funny part. He
How
hands
y'all
it to him.
pocket pussies?
Baiting.
and shit.
Yeah, Mac looks at it and he's like, "You guys got a package at my studio." Yeah, but
I'm
yeah.
baiting.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm baiting." The guy.
Yeah.
I think he made that poster.
That's
work
from
his
the
day.
documentary Idiocracy.
Are there any more Karen cocktails?
There's one sitting right there.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think that's the last claw. I do have beers though, so I think we are
Does
through all the
anybody
claws.
want this last?
That's for you.
That
I
was
got
for
it
you.
for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, KB, since you're out of the shower now,
Yeah.
Can you let's pick one of these cards.
All right, guys. So this is a segment you guys do on the Happy Corner. correct?
We don't.
Okay, perfect.
A
It's just
thought
that deep
a
corner
thought in
exclusive.
our audience just brought us this card
What's
game.
our Instagram?
And we're just now
Hey,
incorporating.
I will fucking punch you in your fucking face. You know better.
Rachel, when we have shows, if
I'll
any-
kill every woman.
I'm doing
ever.
finger quotes right now. Thoughts, come talk to me. I can
They
feel her
are
laser
thoughts.
beam vision. Just
They are thoughts because I'm a woman.
Are they
and I know.
THC thoughts?
No.
No.
They're
No,
thought
I'm
thoughts.
talking
Thought
like
thoughts.
hoes.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
they're not our thoughts.
He
They're not
doesn't
our
see it.
thoughts,
He's
okay.
just like, these are women who are coming to talk to us. I'm like, no, I know
just
the
think it's
difference
fans, yeah.
between a hoe and a woman.
Can we get back to when you're punching him in the face?
Yeah.
If you
Actually,
know.
this is my cry for help. You guys help me, please.
I do notice that
Stop
we've-
talking to
we've
thoughts.
segregated this table.
Don't talk to the.
very
Fuck
sexist
the
way.
thoughts. Like, no, don't fuck the
I
thoughts.
talk to
but,
anybody who
like,
comes to our
you
merch
know.
table.
Like,
the
fuck
thoughts.
off.
I talk to
Fuck off.
anybody who comes to our merch
Okay,
table.
KB's
yeah.
picking a card.
have to.
KB.
All right. All right.
You
what-
have to.
What's this thing? What's the
Okay.
concept here?
So this is, on we are the Happy Corner podcast, right? It's THC. So one of our thoughts gave us this game called Puff Puff Pass. So we pulled out some of like the cooler, better questions, but I read this one. I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna pull a different
Oh
one.
yeah, I don't know.
No, not that.
I think you should
Did you
just
shuffle?
I think you
All
should
right, no,
just
no,
hand those to.
this one.
I
Okay,
think-
okay,
all right,
okay,
all right,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I also think you should hand those to the rest of us, and then we all just read them randomly.
Sure.
All right, go for it.
So everybody has
Choose-
to read
everybody
one just
choose
randomly.
One.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody choose.
Did you put the good one back, or did you hold on to it?
She got the
Oh,
good one.
you got the good one. Okay.
Yeah, everybody, just keep them.
Amy's
this is-
got
Like
the good
poker.
one. Y'all
This
don't
is
know.
a would you rather
Oh, I've got some of that.
that everybody needs to answer.
I'm not looking at mine.
Would you rather have Morgan Freeman or Gordon Ramsay narrate your life?
Gordon Ramsay.
See, KB thought this would be a one-sided answer, and we said maybe it wouldn't be.
No, because I thought about it, and I was like, I would rather have Gordon Ramsay.
I would rather have Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, you fucking retarded. You can't say
our
that,
word.
but that's something he
Our
would
word.
say. 'cause
He
I've
wouldn't
heard
say
him
that
say
way.
Nice catch. Nice.
I think I've heard him say it before on
Maybe-
old
maybe-
episodes.
I
maybe
definitely
it's
think that's
Nightmare.
true.
On
Yeah,
old
he
episodes.
would call me a donkey. I'll give him that.
He's got really good insults.
Yeah.
Like Morgan Freeman's
He's not
voice
always
would be
mad, though.
would be basic.
Gordon Ramsay's not always mad.
It's almost unnatural when he's not. You're like,
I think of like you missed a turn.
No, when
something
he's
like-
with
well,
the
I'm
kids,
thinking, like,
when
directions.
he does
Yeah,
the
sure,
kids show,
GPS.
the kids cooking show,
he's very nice to
he's
the children.
very nice and nurturing and like
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying, like he
Yeah.
has a great tone. And when you on some dumb shit, he come through with the bang.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's the reason why
I've
I said
watched
this
enough,
might be
episodes
one-sided,
of Hell's
because like
Kitchen.
looking at our crew in here, I think a lot of people have some angst and anger issues.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people is gonna go with the Gordon Ramsay.
I feel very much Gordon Ramsay.
I think I like Morgan Freeman's too on the nose. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like
That's like the basic model. That's what I'm saying. That's a basic bitch.
Exactly.
model.
That's
Yeah.
pretty like. I would say
That's
Gordon
stock
Ramsay just for
option.
the sake of keeping things
So
interesting.
nobody thinks. Nobody wants Morgan Freeman.
I'd rather have Samuel L. Jackson.
Bam. That's what I was
That's what I'm
about to
saying,
say.
yeah. I wish we had
need
more
some
options.
I need
Samuel.
more motherfuckers in
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
life,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I would.
But
go
I
with
feel like here's
Samuel.
here's a word that I really love that I feel like Gordon would use, and I feel like it's severely underrated.
Great name.
And when people say it, I just get filled with like
Moist.
Dick.
filled with dick.
Wow, I love
What
it.
Do you remember at the beginning of this when they said this was a PG-13 podcast?
When they said it, I went like this.
I said we said on yours, whatever. we do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We can edit and bleep all this.
the word that I love that I feel like Gordon Ramsay would use is the word prick.
I love that word.
I love that word so much.
word.
More people
It's
need
very.
to be
It's
called
hard.
prick.
It's hard
You
consonants.
Prick is a
fucking
good
prick.
one. We should bring Prick back.
Thank you.
Let's hashtag bring Prick back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring
Like
it
you
back.
get mad at you fucking prick.
You could just say
Feels-
prick. You don't even. The
no,
fuck?
no.
escalates it?
Andy, say you
Fucking prick.
Fucking prick.
Ooh, doesn't it
That's a
feel
good one.
good?
That's like if somebody cuts me off because I never honk because I drive a
You
Jetta.
fucking
So just
Oh,
say,
I
Like,
honk.
like when you say you fucking prick, it's almost like you slap on them at the, you fucking prick.
fucking
Like,
prick.
what the fuck?
Ooh, it just
It's a
feels
percussive
good.
word. It
Yeah.
it resonates.
Yeah, it's the hard
resonates.
consonants. you
Yeah.
know?
I like that.
Hey Brian,
So,
you say it now. You say you fucking
You
prick.
fucking prick.
Brian's too soft.
You fucking
Hey,
I'm
you jerk ass.
He would say it after his boss left. Like the
You're
boss
being-
is out the room. he's
yeah.
like-
You're being a fucking prick right now, man.
His boss is like, "What'd you say? Nothing."
Stop being so pricky. Stop being so pricky.
Who would like to read their next card?
I'll read it.
Damon's doing it.
Yeah.
See here, most likely to
That's out of us. We're going to pick out of us who is most likely to,
talk to the cops if they came right now.
Mac.
right now.
Mac to save his ass because it's his business.
Right. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
talking to the cops,
I'd have
man.
to take over on
Yeah.
that one.
I don't mind talking to the cops.
Okay, if Mac wasn't here.
I wouldn't let you talk to
Yeah,
him.
I don't really mind talking to
I'd
the
be like,
cops.
get back in the studio, Andy.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. We had recently we had the police
Dude,
came to our
I've-
apartment. They were looking for somebody who lived across the hall, but they knocked on our door.
Ooh,
And we smoked tons of weed in there.
yeah.
And
Well,
like
you're
we were
allowed to.
smoking weed. It was like Saturday night. They were for the people across for us, but they knocked on our door because nobody answered. Like, do you know who lives there? And like, guy was like kind of poking his head in our apartment. And I just like straight, like as he's standing here, just stepped up like into him, like get the fuck out of my place. I don't care.
Hey, man.
Like I'm
yeah.
not doing anything wrong, so I'm not worried about talking to the police. but-
Right.
Have you ever been
I've-
in
I've
that
checked the
position?
shit
I
out
want to
of
know if
police.
everybody
Yeah.
here has been in that position to be
Yeah.
the one to talk the.
Yep, I sure the fuck
I
have.
I have too.
Yeah.
They're just people at work. That's the way I talk to them too. You're just somebody
Yeah,
at work.
yeah. Like I had,
This is your job.
I had
so-
one that came and knocked on my door, and like I was agitated. It wasn't because he was a police officer. It was because it's fucking early and you banged hard as fuck on my
door.
fucking door,
Yeah.
and I'm getting ready for fucking work. So I opened the door. I was like, yeah. It wasn't no. Hey, I was like, yeah.
I would do this if you weren't
Yeah.
the police.
Yeah,
This
like,
would be
pounding
my
on my
same
door. Yeah.
attitude.
Exactly.
and he was like, oh, it's nothing bad. I was like, I'm getting ready for work. What is it? Like, and he
Yep.
was taken aback, like, oh,
Right, how dare you like question me coming?
yeah, like I don't give a fuck about all. And he literally looked like if you watch South Park when they was doing PC Principal.
Oh, yeah.
he literally looked like PC Principal with a badge.
I'm PC principal.
Like legit with the whole little sunglasses
Had some
and
pit
shit.
vipers
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
What did he come up for?
Pit vipers.
He was dropping. It wasn't for nobody that lived
Lived
there,
there?
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I saw
dude,
this video online. I wish I had it prepared in the videos we have, but it was a cop, and he was like, he knocked on a door, but the door opened. So he stuck his head in, and the guy just slammed it. And he goes, "I'm sorry, did my property get in the face or in the way of your face?" Yeah, it's like a funny. I saw it online, and that's totally true. That is your that threshold, man. You don't get.
You
to
know
enter
what?
Here. I don't think you should treat people that way, but I feel like in that instance, that homeowner.
no, because a
all
lot
his
of them
rights, baby.
they overstepped their boundaries.
That's why
need-
when we
this
came
is-
into our apartment, I stepped out.
This
No,
is
no,
what
no,
I
I'll
need
meet you in
from-
the hallway.
This is what I need from police. If you're coming to my house like that, and it's you're the first thing you're gonna say to me, it's nothing bad, then you don't need to cop knock on my door.
Yeah, exactly.
That if like I had a police officer come to my door to let me know. They'll let you know if you have problems with someone in jail. They'll come to your house and let you know that they're getting out, right? So
Thank
I had
you
a
for that service,
that was nice. If you have an order protection,
Yeah.
that's when they'll do it.
which is
For the rest of y'all,
For the rest of y'all,
Tune into
yeah.
Amy
Whatever.
Blaze's
But
TikTok, baby.
however,
Oh, I'm aware.
if you've got to if someone is in jail and you're worried about it, pro tip, you can go to the well, in Illinois,
Oh,
the Illinois
fucking-
Department of Corrections,
Yeah.
and set yourself to notify. It notifies you when
Yep.
they get out of jail.
yeah.
That's important, dude.
It's very important, and this was a courtesy because of an order of protection. But when he came and knocked on my door, so imagine me, who is being stalked by someone. I have an order of protection, and you come and fucking knock on my door like that at 5 a.m.
yeah.
to say, "Oh, nothing bad.
Hey, you know,
Your
like,
stalker's getting out of jail." though."
Yeah. I was just
It's
like, dude,
fine.
Nothing
like,
bad, but
Don't scare the shit out of me
Yeah.
before you scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
What are you
I
doing?
gotta say, I've been privileged enough to my most experience with law enforcement has been good, and I'm not here to.
I
shit on
haven't.
anyone. Just don't
yeah,
knock on my
like,
fucking door, man.
and I haven't
Just don't
had
fucking
any.
knock. I don't need it. I don't. I'm not
I don't
interested.
have any bad like experiences necessarily, but don't think that I'm gonna turn off me
Right.
because like I
You
had
interjected
one.
yourself in my life.
I lived in
Right.
Yorkville for way too long.
Where?
Yorkville.
Okay.
Oh, I was in
And
Morris. I understand.
So like I got pulled over because my headlight had went out that week, and I literally got pulled over. I lived on 34 and 47, and I got pulled over literally like within a quarter of a mile of each other by two different cops. And so like this one cop pulled me over, And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck is the issue? And he's like, well, you smell like alcohol. I was like, yeah, because somebody spilled their drink on me. And he was like, legit.
Yeah, that's
But what,
It-
could
like
you
that-
smell
No,
me
that'd be
from the
happening.
car?
Yeah,
Right.
it was somebody spilled a margarita on me.
Yeah.
And cheap ass fucking tequila. Well,
gonna
that,
stink you
that,
up,
that's gonna
right.
stink you up.
Yep.
And so he was like, "Oh well, I'm gonna have you do a field sobriety test," but he had to call a woman officer to be on hand
Sure.
for it, so we had to wait for that. And I'm like, "Bro, like, I was like, I'll take a breathalyzer now." He's like, "No, we got to go through this whole process." 'Cause
They
I'm
do
like,
that for funsies, right?
And it,
So.
Like the.
And so
the
I-
field
I
sobriety
I
did
think
do
it's
that.
always like, hey, we pulled you over because of this, but what can we get you for?
Fam, so
I
they-
do think that's true.
And so, like, I did the field sobriety or whatever. And so then he flashes his flashlight into my face. And I was like, yo, fam. I was like, dude, I wear contacts. My eyesight gets twisted with light like that in my fucking face. Don't do that shit. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, and then the lady cop was like, dude, she's clearly not drunk. Like, it's just, like,
Coherent.
Now at this
Like-
point, you're just pissing her off.
yeah, like, and
And now you're gonna be like, she's belligerent.
yeah.
And that's the thing too. They don't. It's like I think just human interaction in general. We should always aim for de-escalation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If a sober person you come
So
in the
then
morning
I
with a
did all that
flashlight?
shit, bro. I passed that. This is how I knew I passed his little field sobriety. Because he was like, we're going to do a breathalyzer. I was like, we could have did that from jump.
Remember when
I was
said
like,
it?
like we could have did that from jump.
Yeah.
So then, but then they got a call because somebody was trying to break into the post office. And so like,
Their shit, man.
and so like, I was like, and so he's like, oh, I got to get to this call. I was like,
Somebody's
yeah.
baiting at the post
I was like, yeah, but bro, guess what? My fucking insurance card and I was like, you need to bring that shit back to my car. And I got in my car. No bullshit. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, like, you need to bring that shit back to my car. I got in my car. And then the lady was like, have a good night. She's like, I got to go on this call. He brought my shit back. He was like, I'm just letting you off with a warning. Just make sure you get home safe. I was like, dude, I literally live a quarter mile from here. No bullshit. I go back in. Headlight is still out, obviously. I'm driving to get to the light to turn left into another cop busts a Yui. Man, I turned so hard on that right, left, pulled into my driveway, turned off my lights, and just chilled for a second.
Yeah.
And they drove past. I was like, dude, that next morning, I looked up on YouTube how to fix my fucking headlight bullshit and did that shit
Yeah.
all afternoon. I was like, dude, I've literally got harassed for like 3 days by cops.
Nope.
Uh,
Nope.
Headlights.
I'll
man.
tell you the reverse happened where I kept trying to step up tough and it backfired. So I live in a corner lot. No one likes a bragger. I get it. But they came up and spotlit my whole like yard and the side of my house and everything. My dog starts going nuts and they come up and ring the doorbell. Dog starts freaking out. I come up and they're like, I'm like, what's up? And they're like, well, we got dogs in the neighborhood. We wanted to make sure they weren't yours. Like, yeah, I have my dog. He's right here. This is what you did to him. Suddenly, these two giant, like the wolf, like fucking things just walked in. I was like, oh, you know what? Never mind. You guys take care of those. And then I shut the door right over and backed up. And they're like, that's what you need. And they stopped my wife from pulling up. And they're like, there's dogs in the neighborhood, but didn't say like why. Like my wife was like, okay, great. There's dogs.
Right.
Didn't say that there's like literally coyotes like just walking through the yard.
Yeah.
So they're blocking her out. I can see her on the side of the street, but they're not. It was just like, if you would just take a second
Yeah.
and explain it in simple English, none of this could have been a problem.
Yeah, we could have
But
avoided.
when you come like down my
all of
entire
this.
side of my house, and I just see the spotlight start
Spot-
from one
right.
window, second window, third
would
window,
piss
fourth
me
window,
off.
and then come around,
And then, yeah,
and then
and
come up and literally ring the doorbell, do the ding ding ding. It wasn't like ding dong. It was like ding 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 ding. ding.
I hate
like,
that they do that.
like there was one cop that got me when I was headed to West Chicago, and I was just like, dude, this dude is on bullshit. Because any cop that comes up to your window, this is a tip for all of y'all out there. If they come up and try to be super cool, they're on bullshit the most.
Yeah.
And so, like, buddy came up to my car, and he was like, yeah, da-da-da-da. I gave him my license and registration or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you want to know why I pulled you over? I was like, why? He was like, oh, because the light on the back of your license plate
Your
is out.
registration light.
Is out. And I was like, oh, word. He's like, yeah, you want to get out of the car to see it? And I was like, no, I trust it. And he was like, well, I smell marijuana, so you're going to get out the car. And I was like, bro, like, if that was really what you was on, I was like, you could have just said, like, I'm
Right.
searching your car because I smell marijuana.
Right.
Like you didn't have to try to be like, oh. And I was like, dude, like, it's in the glove compartment. And he was like, oh, well, since you were honest, they took my shit. They took my piece. and gave me like a little violation for $100 or whatever.
I've been there.
And I was like, cool or whatever, because I had like an ounce in my fucking trunk. So I was like, you can have that bullshit, and I'll keep it moving.
I got the only time I ever got in trouble with Johnny Law was
Yeah, the Jack Boys. Yeah.
I had I had
Fucking
a Chillum.
jump out, bitch.
Chillum that was packed, but it was like smoked. It was all ashy. So you know, if you're a weed smoker, you know there ain't nothing in that Chillum.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got a $250 ticket for that, and then I had a $250 ticket for less than like 14 grams of cannabis, which literally I only had shake. It was like it was probably less than a gram, but they're like, yeah, it's less than 14. I just got tickets.
Yeah.
So
I went to like court like for it because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you here for? You paid your fines? I'm like, yeah. They're like, you sat
You-
here all
yeah,
morning for this?
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I
Hey,
paid my
hey.
fines like 2 months ago. And they're like, yeah. it's
Do any of you degenerates here have a Dewey like I do? Because I could fucking tell you a story about
Yeah, here's,
No, I
here's
don't have
Acid
a
Rachel
Dewey.
over here.
I do.
Acid Rachel.
I do not have a
So
Dewey.
I unfortunately do have a Dewey. I like to call it a weed UI because it was literally for weed. This was obviously
Wait,
like
no
I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that.
it's called a DWI, but
I've
they
been volunteering,
charged
yeah.
it as a DUI, which is some bullshit.
Really?
Going back to mine, I said I thought you were talking about the decimal system. Sorry, go ahead.
A
Dewey.
Got it. I'm with you.
I got you now,
Oh, got a
Ted.
Dewey.
Library Joe.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I like that, Mac. I like
He
that.
had a soundboard.
Yeah.
That's our board.
Hit that shit.
Oh,
It's our
that's
board.
fucking
Kept running our
perfect.
board.
Hey,
hard.
hey! You can do that anytime ever.
That was hard.
actually.
Mac.
Mac, number
Mac.
15.
Mac, the Law and Order one the whole time. Come on, hit it.
Well, here, let me tell you. Oh shit!
Yeah.
So here I was, 21. I was actually at Mojo's in Plainfield. I had gone to see some music, and I had like gone to smoke
I
weed
think
in
you
the
should do a
car.
scene and a
It
tag
was
team.
fine. I had my mom's car that day. I was not drinking because I had my mom's car. I had had like a bad day. I was like, Mom, I'm having a really rough day. Would you watch the kid? Like, I had my son. I was like, would you watch him? Can I please go out? Can I
Yeah.
borrow your car? She's like, you know what? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you can. And this was like a huge thing because my mom used to be a bitch and she didn't trust me for anything.
Margie.
You don't know her like that. Amy does know my mom, but you don't know her like that. She used to be a bitch. She's cool now. Went out to Mojo's, went out, had a little session. The whip, went back in. I had had like one beer. I was doing good. I had come home from Plainfield. And anyone who's familiar with this area, when you turn on to 30 from 59, that's like always a little sketch depending on the time of day.
Yeah.
Well, when I turned, I was like on fucking analog iPad where you have to fucking scroll through. I was trying to get my vibes for the car. I was
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
get the jams,
Facts.
hit the fog line twice. Boop boop. Got pulled over.
That's just
lady
not the police.
and got a fucking lady cop. Honestly, the nicest lady ever.
Yeah.
What really had happened, which made it bullshit, was that because, you know, cops have nothing better to do. When there's one, there's several. So I had the
Right.
one lady. We were vibing. It was fine. She talked to me. We were doing good. And then like 3 more squads full of fucking
And that's-
assholes pulled up. And they were like,
Yeah.
she came to tell me later that she was new.
Oh.
So I think that they were there to make sure that she'd. I was like, that was like the one night where I was trying to be good, you know? Like I was like, I'm not gonna drink tonight. I am gonna smoke this chillin', but I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna chill.
Right.
Like I'm the responsible one tonight.
Right.
Fucking got pulled over. But you want to know what's the capper? What's the best thing at all of this?
Wow.
They let me go that night. Like I didn't
Yeah.
have to. I didn't have to stay over. And then the cop gave me a ride to a party that was on the complete other side of town, past the donut. I'm at Plainfield Police Department. She gave me a ride past fucking Ruby Street to a party and dropped me off at 4 a.m.
So you got in trouble
Wow.
with the police, and then they're like, yeah, I'll take you to a party.
Yeah.
Well, because I honestly, truly think had fucking Joe Schmo and his buddies not
You
pulled
would have
up,
been fine.
She would have let you
Yeah.
rock. Yeah.
I had ended up getting a lawyer, and he's like, man, like I saw the body cam and stuff, like your field sobriety, I was fine.
Yeah.
There was a moment. So the reason I thought of this, because when you're like, man, I'm not trying to do that shit. They wanted to give me the like walk in a straight line. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have bad balance on a great day.
That's
Yeah,
true.
sober.
I watch
And
you
like,
walk.
I don't.
I can't walk a straight
I
line.
told,
Right
I
Yeah,
told
like
her,
that's-
I was
that
like,
was the
I think that
flashlight
that would
shit.
be.
You give me
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
weed and maybe
Yeah.
some alcohol, I'll probably
Exactly.
walk straighter at.
Right.
Yeah, like
I
him
was like, I
flashing
think
a
that
light.
that might
Yeah.
be the incriminating thing for me, and like I don't want to hurt myself in this. So they made me do like the hold one foot up. Looking back on it, my lawyer's like, God damn it, Rachel, you dumb bitch, basically in so many words. Because again, weed UI. They found my weed. They found a bowl. It was it. It was whatever.
That's a paraphernalia. That's
Yeah.
it, fam. That's $150
just-
bucks.
Right,
Might as
well
but
just stick with blunts
because
now.
but because I was driving and the car smelled like weed, that's why I got in trouble because I was the driver. Fucking the I'm not gonna say any names, but the goddamn bitch that was with me could have said, "Hey, this was mine. I'm the passenger.
right.
It's fine."
Yeah.
But no, guess who got gone to jail?
Hey,
I
fam.
did, but I made her call
And-
my mom.
And
I made her call my mom.
and there was some square ass cops, cause like the cops I had,
Yeah.
they smoked because they smelled my shit and was like, "Oh, we getting this shit." Cause not only did they take my shit,
So
I saw I saw they had the light on in their cruiser or whatever, and I saw his nose just go deep into the back, and then took
know,
like this
Cops'
signature
wives
piece,
smoke
the
the
last
most
piece
weed.
I had, and they was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be legal soon. Here's just a ticket. It's like a noise complaint or whatever. Like you just pay this
So
and
he
you're
can
good."
pocket your weed.
no, I know this. I know this for a fact. Growing up, one of my good friends, his dad was a police officer for Crest Hill, actually,
No one likes a bragger.
and they said that leading up to 4th of July is always fun for them because they'll confiscate everybody's fireworks and then they take them home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
This
would
was back
too.
in like late
I
90s,
would
early
too.
2000s, but like every year for 4th of July, they would have an awesome party. Yeah, so
So to
and he was a
recap-
police officer, so
So to recap, Brian's talking to the cops when they show up. Is that?
Yes, that's what's happening.
he might
Brian,
get
you're
nervous,
the
though.
only one I would
Brian might get
literally
too
trust.
nervous,
No,
'cause he knows we
Brian's
have pot and
soft.
stuff. He'd be like, "Oh shit."
Why don't we
No.
trust Damon at all?
To say you overlook the key in the room is me. I get my way all the time, so I'm the guy.
I've
I
known-
was gonna say,
I-
that was
I-
my first
I have known
instinct.
this man for 40 years. Brian's talking to the cops.
Hey,
Next car.
Well, first off, Ted's getting arrested.
Ted.
But the rest you were fine.
It's your card.
All right, that's fair.
It's Ted's
Hey.
card.
If
Ted's
one of-
card.
If one of us is getting locked up, I'll go with, just
Yeah.
for the sake of the
I'm gonna
story.
tell you right
Oh, no.
now.
I'm not going.
I'm hiding.
Might be
I'm
me and
hiding.
Ted in the
We're protecting KB
because I got
yeah.
a mouth on me, and I will
KB
say,
ain't
you know
going.
what?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'll just be like, I gotta go take a
right.
shit in the shower inside real quick, and then I'm ready to go.
I got a waffle
oh,
stop
Andy can do
Brian's
that,
shower.
Brian?
Waffle stomp it.
What?
Andy?
No.
Damon's talking to the cops now.
After those craft beers I
Damon's
had
talking to the
earlier,
guy.
there's no waffle stomping needed.
Yeah, no, it's
Right through.
Sometimes poop has to happen.
Wait,
it's more of a it's more of a sieve at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, apparently it's my
Ted's
card.
turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Would I rather?
have an orgasm every time you hear Old Town Road, or every time you have an orgasm, Old Town Road is played?
Every time I
Ooh,
orgasm,
okay.
I'm going. Every time I orgasm.
Gonna
Take my horse
time
on the Old Town Road.
I haven't heard that song that much.
Until I can't.
Does it
I
come
love
up on my
fucking
algorithms
Lil
and I
Nas
don't listen
X.
So do I. His
Oh
album's
my
great.
God,
It's a great
love
pop
So
album.
if you wanna, if that song wants to play every time I come, that's fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the way you go.
That would be
Yeah.
fine.
You don't want to randomly run into that.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what?
Awkward moment, but when you guys all sang that, it moved a little. So I'm going to be honest with you.
Twitch.
Mine must come from the song, so I'm
One
sorry.
time I was listening.
You literally come from
That
the
is
song.
my
It
okay.
moved a
So
little.
here's my other issue with this question. So does that mean that every time you hear that song, you are guaranteed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Uh-oh,
hold
it
on.
changed.
Oh, she
This
put the
changes
cars
everything.
down.
No,
It's just
hold
got
on, because
exciting.
my mind is.
I can't wait to
blown.
see your iTunes. There's going to be so many played next
Lil
to
Nas
that.
X.
But it doesn't have to be a good
Well, here's
one.
the thing.
It just be one of those suddenly
So-
you're walking and
so
talking,
if-
and you're like,
So if
Okay.
it.
But I don't want to
plays-
be at the grocery store and then it play and I nut. Like
You know
I'm
what?
not-
That song's
there's
never
that.
gonna play at Jewel though.
Also, here's
You're
the
never
thing.
gonna hear
You've never been to
Old
my
Town
Jewel.
Road at
Here's the
fucking
thing.
Meyer.
I've never been to the Oswego Jewel then. Where
That
Y'all lit.
that right there.
It is lit.
I'm gonna call that accountability.
Yeah.
Because if we're going at it,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm faking it. If you don't hear that song, you know I didn't come.
Right.
So you
I haven't
better
heard that
play
song
it.
that many, so
You
I
better
would
have the
gamble.
playlist
I would
queued up.
gamble. I would
no,
gamble.
it's
So yeah, I don't want to
Kenny
be.
Rogers.
I don't.
Walmart far
I
more
don't want to
interesting
be
to me.
out with my niece driving her somewhere.
Walmart-
and the
Oh,
song
yeah,
comes
that's
on,
true.
Right,
and I have to
exactly.
nut.
Walmart doesn't need to be any more interesting, Andy.
Yeah. Everybody's in there
Like-
just coming to little.
Yeah, we don't need
Because half the time they're not.
Let me go
wearing
get a
pants
new
anyway.
pair of sweats.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Let me go get some eyes
Right.
odds.
Yeah.
My
What's your
sweats are
pop
wet. Right.
What if we change a song to Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up?
Okay, I've also heard
Huh?
this question posed as Smash Mouth is All Star.
Right.
Would you rather come when you hear All Star? God damn it, All Star.
Close.
Or every time you come, hear the song All Star.
No, I think I'm gonna hold it at the accountability.
I don't
I
want.
cannot fake it.
I
And
don't-
I prefer because sometimes I'll be like, I just want this to end.
Yeah.
So you just fake
Can
it.
you play Old Town Road real quick
Hey.
so we could just be
Yeah,
done?
I don't know.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Facts.
Yes.
Side note: can you look up if there's a podcast called "My Sweats Are Wet"? And if not, I want you to trademark that immediately.
Yeah.
My sweats are wet.
Because between the two of us and your hot ass box in here,
Yeah.
Your hot ass box.
His
Brian, you got a
pussy
hot
is
box, dog.
real warm
That
right
pussy.
now.
that's the one.
Hey,
There's a- I
Brian,
hope this
I would
brings
like
up
you to
porn.
weigh on
wait.
Sweats are no.
There's a song.
Listen,
Oh,
there is.
there was a podcast.
Podcast. My
Oh no, there's not. Cool.
My
Is there a
my sweat is
YouTube
a
song
human
called "My
sound.
Sweats Are Wet"? Because
You guys are hitting a really. This is borderline. I have seen some dirty, filthy porn with.
Yeah, seriously.
wet.
Oh,
So
we have
I'm gonna
tricked
be
Brian into
careful.
googling some stuff that he
Yes.
Yeah.
usually
That's
doesn't
the
put it on
ultimate.
screen. You just hear from behind us. You
For
just hear,
certain
"Oh!"
chicks, the ultimate dick pic is in the sweats.
gray sweats. She,
The gray
she put me
sweats.
on that.
I'm gonna
She
tell
put me
you
on that. Actually. I
right
didn't
the
even know. I was unfamiliar.
fuck
for-
now.
it's
I
hot
just
for
got
some
into
reason.
this microphone like I'm diving in deep.
Yeah, its sweats
3
are wet.
feet deep even.
Yeah.
Sweats are wet.
If you are a man and you wear gray sweats,
Mm.
you don't even have to be attractive anymore because guess what? We're not looking at the top.
We don't know what your
We
face
are
looks like.
looking at that fucking thing hang,
Swangin'.
dog.
Oh, I know.
Like I remember when the Cleveland
The
Cavaliers.
heather gray shows the right amount of
Yes,
shadow.
yeah, it does.
It
It's
really
the
does.
right amount of shadow and
KB's
contour
saying
for a
this.
dick.
As a
Maybe
lesbian.
say
Maybe you don't
full-ass
even
lesbian.
like dicks.
You two are gone.
Dude, dicks
Yeah,
do a lot.
I'm
Dicks do a
laughing
lot
at
in
you.
sweatpants.
You two are gone.
Like here's no for real.
Brian blushing?
Yeah.
I remember
That is red as
It hit the flap when she said that. I was like, it's
Yeah.
going up or going
I
down.
remember when the Cleveland Cavaliers won
You guys are gone.
the finals, and they did their you know how they do the parades and shit, and all their players were just shirtless, sweating with like gray heather sweats on, right? So these like fit dudes are, and all the women are like gray sweats, like they were just harding like the
You know how
dick
dudes
region,
love
like,
fucking leggings in the fall or
Yeah.
sundresses in the summer?
yeah.
We
We love the
Gray
love
sweats.
gray sweats and
They do.
boxer
Typically
briefs
gray. They
only.
do.
Do not fuck with boxers if you are over the age of 24 years old.
Are you taking notes?
I don't want to see your tighty whities.
I just
as
heard.
as a male, I don't understand boxers because they get so bunched up.
Why does
Yeah.
that feel
Awful.
comfortable? There's
Awful.
no way.
I have zero underwear.
Why
There's
wouldn't
no
you want your
support.
shit sucked up?
There's no support.
Yeah.
You're just hanging.
Yeah. Right now.
No, hey, like boxers are
Yeah.
boxers are made for
Right now.
motherfuckers that,
Me and
that
Andy
can't
don't wear
control.
underwear anymore,
I'm not
pretty
wearing underwear
much.
right now.
I haven't worn
boxers-
underwear in probably 3 months unless I have
Boxers
to.
are
You have
made
a lot
for.
of. You have a lot of faith in your vagina.
Yeah.
No, if it's that time, I have
Many regrets.
protocols.
No, sometimes.
No, boxers are made for dudes that still
Sometimes
can't
my
control when they
vagina
get
just-
hard.
You know, I
Right.
like wearing them like shorts around the house when
Yeah.
the kids or anything. Just
Yeah.
a regular, like I have like their CK.
Dad
You're saying regular boxers?
Yeah, regular boxers.
Like regular
I can't wear 'em,
boxers.
man.
That
They bunch
barn,
up.
that
they
barn
bunch up
door
way
does
too
not secure
much.
enough
Exactly.
for.
They're just like I don't understand.
If
the
you
purpose.
have on boxers,
But if you
as
getting
well as
random
pajamas-
boners
wearing
at
Jankos.
14, if you getting random boners at 14, boxers are where it's at for you.
I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
don't have to say random boners at 14. If you get boners at 14, that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
all random.
Yeah, okay, true that, true that.
Hey, I want
But
to
you
remind
wanna-
all of you I have a 13-year-old, and I would appreciate we
Weird.
don't talk about
Sorry.
little boners.
No, I'm sorry.
You know, I'll transition here. We were talking earlier about like you guys were singing and then he got hard, and I will tell a funny story.
Well, to be,
I will tell a funny
it was
story.
partial. It
There was one
partial.
time I was
Had
driving.
a half chub,
Yeah.
only a half chub.
You got an Optimus Prime. It was
I
just a
I remember
semi.
one time being in my car driving and a Rihanna song I
Yeah, Joe
never heard
guy.
came on. I'm like, why is this happening? What is
Um,
happening?
I-
Which one?
Sorry, yeah, a
Was
Was
little
it the
bit.
whips
No.
and chains
Half-chub.
one?
Hey,
I actually don't even remember. It was.
Was it Sex with
ago.
Me?
It was
Is
long
so-
ago.
you already know about me.
It's got to be one.
You already know about me. There was one time when I worked for Sports Clips, and I had to drive out to Bolingbrook, and there
Yes,
was a
sir.
particularly, I don't know, a song came on my shit, and it made me feel away. And sometimes you got to put the cruise control on, and you got to take
what
care
you
of
gotta
business
do.
on fucking 55
See,
North.
I can't do that because I'm a male and I would be a sexual.
No, because you can, as a woman, you can do it over the pants, and sometimes, honestly, the pants are a
as
benefit.
a woman, you can do it with the pants.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you're
you
wearing
can
the right
use
kind
the
of
pants
jeans,
as a tool if they've got that seam in
if
the
you've
middle.
got the right kind of jeans.
Yeah, but
just
it-
use the
I-
pants.
I don't know.
Yeah. Mac is
I don't-
feverishly.
You good?
I don't.
Mac is like, I got.
I don't know.
Thursday's gonna be
Hey,
a weird
all
day
right,
for me
so-
and Brian.
So check it out. We the flyers super dope. The flyers super dope is very horror based. You know what I'm saying? which falls into my card actually really well.
Boner.
Ooh, what's your
Ooh,
card?
let's
Yeah,
go with your
we
card,
got
yeah.
like let's do 10 more minutes.
No,
'cause that's
fuck
like 2 hours.
you. I'm not done. Is Brian done? He's the one who runs it.
I think 2 hours is pretty good. Yeah, let's
Whenever.
finish our
We
his
don't
cards. Yeah.
Okay. Cards.
People need to leave.
Brian's got to get in his sweatpants.
His
Eh.
wet pants.
Sweatpants.
If we were in a horror movie, which one of us would die first?
KB.
Me. No.
No, that's-
no, no,
I
no,
mean-
no. I
Rachel.
would die
Rachel.
first.
Well, I mean,
Rachel.
statistics say KB.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel.
It's terrible.
Stop.
It's terrible.
I'm dying
KB.
first. And
There's no
and
questions
I have a feeling I can outrun every last one of y'all. And I would
Probably
say,
facts.
Are you
And I was-
splitting up? Like, are you splitting up?
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
running, fam. That's the only option I have.
KB's gonna die. I'm sorry.
And that
Horror
motherfucker
movies have
gonna
been
catch me.
racist for
Like
years.
it's gonna be some fucked up shit. Like y'all gonna be.
It made the
sitting
joke in
here-
Deep Blue Sea,
Y'all gonna be
referencing
sitting
the-
here chilling.
Yeah.
And the killer's like, no, I gotta kill the black chick first. That's the
We're all
way
gonna
it
be like,
goes.
Listen,
We
the
got-
killer is always racist.
She's like, I'm going to hide in that red barn. This looks safe. Where did you find a barn?
I would last a
find a barn.
while because like I wouldn't be fun. I would just be like,
I know I would die second.
I don't want to kill you.
KB
you
would
could die
die, and then
second.
I'd like trip and break my ankle, and they'd be like, "We can't save
Listen,
you." And I'd be like,
KB
"Yeah,
would
it's
die
fine."
first by default. KB would escape, make it home, be in bed.
She would be the fucking prominent
hope those
final
other guys
girl,
are
but I'd
right.
be like, "Sorry."
And like a fucking icicle would form and fall in her face, and she would die.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Like
just
an
the way this
accident.
horror movie goes.
Like you're
and
about
then
to
sure,
live.
and then sure, Rachel would die.
Yeah, no,
Then
I'd
we
die
need-
doing something dumb.
Then we need a lovable character to. Did you die? And then they come back and save the day. That is always.
That's Ted. That's Ted.
I actually
That's
think
Ted.
it's Damon.
Wait, no,
Sorry.
no, because Ted could look creepy. Because that person that dies, you almost always think
But
that they
hold
are the
on.
killer.
Right.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
When you were talking about your incident and the cop coming to tell you the guy was out of jail, and you, like, I was like, yes, I totally get that because I have a very unfortunate face. There's so many stupid people in the world that have this exact look, the bald.
Oh,
the
I am
beard,
so
the
sorry. He
glasses.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally walk
so
around
sorry.
with a white supremacist face every day.
You do. Like, if I were to be like, here's a description of my stalker, they'd be like, Ted.
Like, you're in the room with them. What are you, dumb?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
He's right there.
The reason that I think Damon would be our "we thought you died, but you came back" is because he's so lovable, and the lovable person
get that.
always gets killed off early because you have an attachment to
Yeah.
them.
Oh, but
get
then he
that.
comes
And
back.
then like you would come back fucked up and probably still die anyway, but like there would be a
But
way
as
where you'd be like,
as a martyr, as a
"I'm gonna
hero.
fucking
As a
flip the
martyr.
switch."
Yeah.
I can see that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Damn.
You're,
Damon's
you're
the
out the
one.
whole movie, and in the end, you pop up, and you're like, "Roar," and you kill
I
the
mean,
guy.
yeah, you're.
All I know
you're
is-
gonna say like
Honestly,
Andy
the
or
people that
something.
I think have the best chance are Amy and Andy. I think
Yeah.
you guys would
Yeah.
be our final girls.
Yeah.
You'd be our final girls.
No,
Oh.
I always
No,
find
'cause they
myself at
kill
the end
off
of
stoners.
situations. I'm like, why the?
they always kill off stoners, fam. Like they
But
always
y'all
do kill off
both.
the
So is
stoners.
Ted winning this? Are we fucking saying
God.
Ted wins?
That makes it
I
to
just
the
gotta
Get the
end.
ask,
fuck
man.
outta
If there was
here.
like a
I'm
killer
fine
there,
with-
like I'm
No,
not even trying to
Brian
be-
does.
Yeah, Brian is so quiet, he wouldn't even know he's here.
He's
Yeah.
the killer.
Oh, Brian is the killer. What are you
I
talking about?
forgot Brian was here. Of course,
I
it's
wasn't
him.
upset when she had that, like, anger towards me just now, which I don't know where that came from. I threw up in
Not
my
real.
mouth when she said he was adorable, or whatever he said.
No, he's the
that a lot.
lovable
He
one.
is
that a lot.
adorable.
Tell me right now, out of everybody in this room,
B-Mac
you
is
wouldn't
adorable.
hug Damon before anybody
Oh, Damon
else.
looks like he could hug him.
Huggable.
And in this horror
Yeah.
movie scenario, I feel like I would be the asshole that lives too long. Everybody
Oh,
would
yeah.
want me to
We're
die the most.
waiting
for you
Like
to
I
die.
get to the end.
But he would,
It's like,
but
this
then,
fucking guy's
but
so
then,
mad they killed my favorite character.
entire
in this
audience-
no,
movie.
no, no.
Here,
They'd
I'm that
kill
guy.
you off right before the end.
Yeah.
Entire
You'd
audience
make
is
it the
like,
whole way, and they'd be like,
You would
"This
be- yeah, you would
motherfucker."
And
be
like the
the
most
guy-
unsatisfying death.
Like,
would
too.
be
Like,
the
people
guy that
pissed.
dies right before they come to save
Yeah,
you.
correct.
But if it was a comedy,
I'm saved.
And you're stoned.
you'd be the
They
guy.
got you high as fuck, bro. Like they're gonna-
Sometimes the stone.
He's like the guy talking about the hatchet. So I took a hatchet and I smashed him, smashed him,
Smashed him.
smashed him.
Yup.
That's Brian right over there. He's,
I'm pretty sure I get saved at the end.
yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I-
But you're all bloody and like
I'm fine with
you
that.
broke
I
your bone
almost
through your
died.
leg.
Yeah, I am in
yeah.
bad shape.
You're the one that they wheel to the ambulance. You're like, oh, she's dead, but then like,
Oh no, then
No.
that's why
No, like,
Amy
the-
is actually
she
the
isn't
killer.
all the
Hey,
way
fam.
out.
No, that's
And
why
then the
Amy's the
paramedic goes
killer.
like this at the end.
Because there's a sequel.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
There's absolutely a sequel, and because Amy's the killer, it's because the
No, no, no,
final
and
scene is
it-
gonna
and
be
it-
them wheeling her in,
No,
and she
no, no,
does a
no.
wink.
Amy
the-
becomes the killer after
Revenge.
almost being killed.
Hey
Yes.
man, just in the movie,
No.
just make sure I get like a cool candlelight visual.
Oh, I
No,
got
baby,
you.
you're gonna come back in the second one
well,
because
here's
they
the
find
thing.
you alive.
I
never
survive
let people
because
never come
you
back.
die, and it's my cum muffin story.
Muffins.
Yeah. Where they're like, she
Thank you for that,
lost
by
the
the way.
love of her life. You're welcome.
So we've
She
determined.
lost her love. So I like come out the hero, and everybody
Oh,
loves
okay.
remembers.
I love this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
Back-
working on the script tonight, guys. I'll
Thank
send it by the
you.
end
Hey,
of the week.
Okay.
I'm really good at practical.
I'm gonna
effects.
put the group chat on mute, so if you
yeah,
send
yeah.
it, just like
oh, it's still.
I already left it. Yeah, I already left it. Yeah, as soon as
Andy
I walked in
has
that door,
left the
it was
chat.
already yeah. Andy's gone.
I have maybe one more question that I've been saving if I could for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had some
Can we do a
prepared.
theme song too?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
The last question that I have, it's one I've been saving because I think it's so good.
okay.
Which fictional character, literature, TV, movie, I don't care, do you think would have an OnlyFans?
Oh, that was on your whiteboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which fictional character do you think would have an OnlyFans? I'm not going first because I actually have to think about this.
I got a response.
All right,
Okay.
baby, go.
From the Great Gatsby, Daisy definitely.
yeah,
Daisy
holy shit.
definitely got a
What a hoe
motherfucking
bag. Yeah, for
straight up thotting. She about that money, that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like Daisy was the original Kim K. Like for sure, Daisy definitely
Yes.
got an OnlyFans.
That's a good question. I got to think about this.
I'm gonna go. I have a couple answers. I have a cartoon answer.
Go for
I
it.
have a real answer. My real answer is I think Blanche from the Golden Girls.
Facts.
Oh, all
Facts.
day. She was
Yeah.
a slut.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she embraced it. She
Blanche
wanted
was a
people
fucking
to
hoe.
know.
Yeah, that geriatric pussy be busting.
Now,
Bless it.
now, cartoon wise,
Is this where I say it do be hitting different though? Because I've been sitting on that all night.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it do be hitting different though.
It
That
do-
checks out.
Yes.
You know why?
Checks out.
You want to know why?
Way to stick the
Because there's
landing,
a little
Damon.
bit of dust on that
Hold
bitch, so you get that sandpaper grit.
That's why I'm huggable
You
right
get that
there.
1,000 grit. You get
It
that.
be hitting though.
There's no gush. There's only.
So my
And the ripples and ridges
I'm
from
gonna
all, the ripples and ridges of the cooch and the old lady. Come on,
Brian.
gotta,
Brian, can I get another full
Hey,
Brian cam
see,
real quick?
Maybe you're onto something there. You know, it's like when water passes through mountains a lot.
Right,
you
and
know?
it creates
Listen.
ridges
Different
and
ridge lines.
shit. Yeah.
All those
Is
years,
it
you got
ribbed
ridge
for
lines on.
her pleasure or ribbed for his pleasure?
For his.
Maybe.
Blanche, you don't know, dude.
This
Nah,
episode
both,
sponsored
baby.
by Honda Ridgeline, the pickup
This
truck.
fucking episode is
next
sponsored
generation.
by Blanche and her
I'm gonna
hoe
go.
ass pussy.
Listen, I'm
No,
gonna
the
go-
ridges
hear your
because you
cartoon.
the
My
ridges
cartoon?
you gotta have because you could bust earlier. She can't keep her legs open that long.
Yeah.
cartoon.
Might break her hip.
cramping.
She might break a hip.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
She's already got the plates.
That replacement
she's got a
surgery.
wider
That
action.
replacement surgery and them bolts is expensive, fam.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it. Who's your cartoon?
Titanium.
You're
Cartoon.
knocking the titanium out of that
All right.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Cartoon. From the hit show Daria.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm familiar
knew
with
it.
Daria.
KB and I are Jane and
Would it be-
Laria.
The Black Daria.
It'd be Quinn.
It would be Quinn.
I knew it.
Yeah, it would be Quinn.
I almost think that Daria might have one.
Daria might a little
Might
freak
have
in the
one.
sheet,
She'd be that fucking the e-gamer
and I hope
girl.
she fucks Trent to do it.
Oh my
honestly,
god.
No, Trent has the OnlyFans.
I hope
Trent
does.
is the
I
only
will
cartoon
subscribe to Trent's
If
OnlyFans.
Trent had a cartoon dick out today, I'd look at it.
Same.
Just go on
Trent-
Pornhub. I'm pretty sure
Hey,
it's probably there.
hey, Trent is the
There's a lot of
only
cartoons.
male cartoon that I've been like, I would sit.
I
for
would.
He was a
that.
cutie.
I would.
Did he wear
I
gray
don't-
cute.
sweatpants on Daria?
He might have.
He
No,
wore
he
a
wore
green
jeans.
T-shirt and black jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had the piercing.
Also,
yeah.
also the other one I'm gonna do, and it may be a little weird. I'm
got a
talking,
trifecta.
I'm talking full-grown adult. Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls
Yeah.
as an adult would make an OnlyFans.
A little bit grumpy.
Wait, which
Patty
one?
Mayonnaise.
Buttercup?
Green one.
But
Green.
no,
Oh.
no. Yeah, the
Bubbles?
green one.
Green one.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that's Buttercup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100.
Who's yours?
I have a cartoon now too because I just thought of it. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with my person first. Black Widow. She
Okay.
would have
Scarlett
tits
Johansson.
out. Tell me Black Widow would not have tits out on the side piece.
Oh, for
Scarlett
sure.
Johansson or the character Black Widow?
Character Black
Character,
Widow.
but
Tasha Romanoff?
Natasha Romanoff would have an OnlyFans. all day.
I have
She would lean real hard into the mother country with the fucking Soviet shit. She'd be into it. I could see her wearing the fucking head.
Yeah.
My cartoon is Pepper Ann. I know you guys remember Pepper Ann because
We
gingers.
Just sang it.
Yeah.
We
Pepper
just sang
Ann,
it,
Pepper
sang it.
Ann. For some reason, because I know it popped in my head, and you said cartoon Pepper Ann because she's a ginger and because she's like thin and like teeny. That'd be like a
work
weird.
And her little braids and shit. Those like some good
Exactly.
handles.
Those are
you know
handlebars.
what I'm
You get
saying?
it.
Like,
I didn't have to explain it, but
Those are
Pepper Ann
handlebars.
would absolutely have an
Those are
OnlyFans.
handlebars.
Now
Yeah.
streaming on Disney Plus.
Exactly, and they'll put disclaimers like, "This isn't this
Hey,
is
this
culturally insensitive, but we're still leaving it."
Andy?
Yo, I think Piglet from Winnie the Pooh's a little slut.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know
Wow.
what? What's fucked up is at first thought no, I
but
was
Tigger
like, no.
filming it. Tigger filming.
Tigger is the one.
Tigger's
Yeah.
buying.
Why
the-
is
Tigger
Tigger
with
the
that
one?
tail?
The tops are made of the rubber, the bottoms are made of the spring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bouncing.
Wouldn't it be
Bouncy,
fucked up
bouncy,
if Eeyore started an OnlyFans? You'd be like,
It's just it's just hardcore anal.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's fucking
Eeyore is
Kanga.
getting
His
pegged.
reaction doesn't change the.
Eeyore is getting pegged. Yeah.
Okay.
If we're being real here, if we're talking about realistically Winnie the Pooh characters, it would be Kanga because she's the only
I guess
single
the whole
working
cast of Winnie
mother,
the Pooh is
and
seriously
she
just
has to make
sluts.
money.
True.
Kanga is a
just trying to
single
support
working
Rue.
mother,
Yeah,
and she
Rue.
is trying to support her fucking son
Pandemic,
and
man.
her
Kanga fell on some
community.
hard times.
Dude, you gotta
But
do
you know
it.
what though? I feel like Winnie the Pooh would be the type. Winnie the Pooh would be an escort. Like, now I'm not fucking with you, but I'm great for conversations. and
Right.
Take the
Yeah, yeah.
shit.
Don't kiss
like,
me
you
on
know
the
what I'm
lips.
saying? Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
Based on your argument, I was going to say Alice, because you know when they got that other half family, they can't
Yep.
afford her anymore.
No.
Where's she making that money?
Exactly.
One guy, 3 kids, his
Quality
wife, fine.
content.
They got 3 more
We're not
mouths to
doing
feed.
this.
There's no way they're paying her enough.
Somebody's fucking
got-
throwing
I guess-
tit or dick out.
I went 2 cartoons because I also think like Lois Griffin from Family Guy would like have like a
All
poppin'
day.
Yeah.
She is a freak.
All day.
Yeah, she would have a pop in.
She's
Oh,
created
Pika.
OnlyFans.
Have you ever got? Have any of you ever looked up cartoon porn?
Yes.
saying I-
Well, it comes up.
I
in
saw.
just regular
You
porn.
want to know one that got me
And
one
it's
time?
always Lois.
Mi-
Lois is always getting it.
mine is Teen
really?
Titans.
Fitting, you know?
Mine is Teen Titans.
Teen
Cyborg. All of his things are dicks.
All of his things are dicks.
All of his things are dicks. I saw one on
All the
accident like
things
10
are
years
dicks.
ago.
Somebody draw that. Can somebody draw that? Please?
No, it's
All the things
what I'm gonna
are
tell you
dicks.
is that it's already
Yeah.
drawn. It's already
All the
drawn, and I
things.
saw it.
All the things.
And there's
I've
like
been dating you for a lot of years. I've been doing a lot of podcasts with you. I never in my
No, I
wildest
don't
dreams
necessarily
would have
like see-
guessed cyborg.
Ooh.
porn.
No, listen.
Someone did
I
that
don't
shit.
seek it out.
And it
I've
made me
just
think-
You want them to
seen it.
stuff your
Patty
mother box?
mayonnaise.
I said that earlier. I was like, Patty mayonnaise
go.
would be fire. I would subscribe to Patty
would
mayonnaise.
watch-
Roger had like a joint couples one. I would
No,
subscribe
oh
to that.
my
I just want
God.
Patty. I don't
No,
need
just Patty.
Just Patty.
Patty mayonnaise is gonna make me.
Patty mayonnaise could get it.
But she would
What
change
about
her name.
BB though? What about BB
BB
and
was a
Patty
bitch,
and one?
though.
Yeah, but if they did a fucking girl on girl,
They scissored.
No, BB.
tell me
How old
Patty
do you
and
feel
BB
right now?
No,
wouldn't be good
BB
together
BB
because they don't
no,
like each other.
Yeah.
BB would do like BB would suck at it, dude. Like
She'd
she
run
looks
trains.
like she
She's
couldn't
all
fuck.
talk.
Yeah.
BB acts like she can fuck, but she
Tell me her fucking Patty mayonnaise is not the best. We're not done with this. I'm sorry. Fuck you guys. I know we were gonna stop, but we're not done.
No, I don't want. I think BB's all talk.
BB's all talk. You got to go with
BB
Patty.
does not shave her pussy.
She's the bad baby of
Oh,
the
look at
cartoon
BB
world
right
where
there.
she doesn't
Holy
sh-
shit.
Look at,
Look,
come on,
big.
go up,
Some
go up.
thighs right there.
Brian, look at this.
That is not.
You know she's got pubes escaping. She
No,
is
I need
natural as
no
fuck.
the picture of Patty mayonnaise all grown up with the
I don't know
tattoos.
how I feel about this.
Look at that's
that-
Patty.
What are their
look,
age groups? I don't
That's
know.
Patty
Yeah, no,
mayonnaise.
Brian, can
in
you look
Doug
up
Funny
Patty
as fuck.
mayonnaise all grown up?
This feels very much like, tell me more.
She got tattoos and shit. Like that's the
Looking up.
Patty mayonnaise I'm talking
Patty
about.
mayonnaise
mayonnaise.
all grown up.
Yeah.
From Doug.
Can we
Phoebe
go back
from
and
Doug.
talk about Cyborg? I want to see this.
And I like that Brian's using.
Incognito.
Guys, that's my favorite.
gotta
Is that
say-
Brian's using an incognito because he's like, I
Chuck,
can't
he's
have
used
you.
to
doing
baiting.
it.
He's used
I
to baiting
smell-
in
I
here.
Hey,
You taught him well.
hey, anytime I gotta fucking do a maintenance jerk, I also use incognito.
I don't. I use my
Make sure
regular
you put
browser,
it-
so
yeah,
recommended
grown
come
up.
up.
Yeah.
I want recommended.
Right.
Images.
I'm thumbsing up. I got
People
an
have
account.
searched
I'm
for
trying to
this.
sign
Have
in.
also searched for
Yeah, I'm building my algorithms. What are you
There's
guys talking about?
one
Disney's
a
Fatty
rendition
Mail?
of it
Wow,
where she
that's
has
fucking
tats.
terrible.
This is-
No, there's one where she's like
Oh, yeah,
all
I
grown
don't
up
wanna
and
play
has
anymore.
tats.
The lady that did Patty mayonnaise's voice was in Orange Is
You know,
the New
obviously
Black.
with these renders, there's more people have thought this out than us because some of these renders.
Look at
are
this.
very-
That's not Patty mayonnaise. That's
That
a
is-
fucking crackhead.
That's the lady who does Patty mayonnaise's voice.
What did we watch recently?
Oh, look
I
at
was
the
like, hey,
Powerpuff
that's the
Girls all
Rugrats
grown up.
voice.
E.G. Daily was talking.
Yeah, burger.
Yeah.
Well, this has just been fascinating.
This is.
Damn, why was
Oh,
Blue,
wait, here,
why was
go up
Blue
one
from
more.
Blue's Clues
Keep
dressed
go-
like a hoe?
Brian, go up a little bit.
That was weird.
Keep going.
Well,
Look
you
at
know,
her.
Stop
Look at
kink
her.
shaming, okay?
Look at.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She wanted to see
Tell me
come
that
back.
Patty Mayonnaise would have been fire when she
Tell
got
me if you saw Patty fucking Mayonnaise walking through the goddamn middle school,
Grown-ass
you wouldn't
woman.
have had an NRB.
It wouldn't be an NRB because there would be a R
There's a
for the
reason.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
There's
a
a reason for that
PMB.
B.
It would be a PMB, a Patty Mayonnaise boner.
Patty
I'd have to
Mayonnaise
do
on.
the,
I'd
the
hit it.
tummy tuck. Hopefully my belt was tight that time.
There was no hot dudes in that cartoon either.
No, Roger Klotz
at
was
Doug, bro.
maybe the
He's-
only one because he
No,
was a bad
look at
boy. but he was
Roger's-
hideous.
Roger
Doug
looked
is
like
Doug
vomit.
is wearing a white shirt under a green sweater
vest.
Ew,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
That's fucking.
He also wears tidy whities when he becomes a superhero as Quail Man.
Oh, yeah.
Quail Man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out.
I like when he was like
Whale
the,
Man's
Otter
a
Toast
fucking-
Man
who
would
was-
probably have an OnlyFans.
Hey, Quail Man is a simp all
Have
day.
you seen his glutes? They're. Them
I'm
glutes-
hard with him just being normal. I can't wait to see what his
they're
$14.99 a month is.
so
Damon, do you have a
Yeah.
fictional character that might have an OnlyFans?
Yeah, mine would be Sasquatch, and he'd do for toes for feet fetish because they're huge.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So he'd
Oh,
Paint the
That's what I'm gonna
toenails,
start.
paint the toenails, and
That's
make the
gonna
bucks.
be my next side gig.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
you got to do.
His toe
Yeah.
stuff.
You got good looking
Panty
feet.
aggregator on Twitter.
I want to tell you guys, all of you, as a person who fucking, I have an OnlyFans. I've made some money. It helped pay for this camera. I make the most money off of feet, and it's
weird.
from one person
Yeah.
that I unfortunately know in real life.
Oh no.
But then they try to talk to you like they don't subscribe to the
Yeah.
OnlyFans. and
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
I
you
don't think
pay,
they like me. It's just
you
like,
asked
no.
me to wiggle my
Let me-
toes, motherfucker.
Okay, off
Give me $10
air,
tip a few
off air,
times.
you're gonna give me the name of this person so I can casually start
It's
sending them.
it's Mac 42.
Don't do that to me.
I've got you.
yeah.
You got some
please.
fans. You have some
Appreciate
OnlyFans
that.
in
You
here.
want
Mac.
to do? You want to do a collab foot?
Yeah. We
Okay,
can put our
we're
foot
putting
feet
toes together. I got a foot
My
tap.
headphones eventually.
Gives me a
I
little
need to.
edge.
I
I'll just shave mine and put them in there too.
No, you got long toes,
We
babe.
can paint your nails.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
He's got long toes.
It's fine.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
I
just
think we
simple.
should.
Phones
We're
are garbage.
we're a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
We are.
I
Wow.
think so. We started right about
We did
8:10.
so many things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know we probably could go forever, but
After
I feel
this
like,
is over, can we still watch some of the videos that we had prepared?
Yeah.
you want to put a couple up real quick to end on?
Yeah, come on.
Let's do like 3. Let's do
Okay.
3 videos.
Brian,
Brian,
get
go
some
for it.
up.
Pick randomly.
I'm so scared.
Based on our
No,
well, it has
they're, all,
promise.
they're all clean. They're from TikTok or YouTube. So
Yeah.
because we figured we'd be on Facebook, they're like gross or whatever.
Brian,
Just-
will
they're
the
like-
Tell me.
audio of these videos
Just
play?
click any of them.
Any of them?
Yeah. any of 'em.
Anyone?
Any of 'em.
All right.
You can't
All
give him a
hold on, let me
decision.
see
He
if-
can't do that.
Will the audio play?
I want to make sure it's gonna. Hold on.
Yeah, will the audio
Yeah,
play?
I think it will.
So funnier, funnier.
Okay, that's just talent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So funny, right? Everybody likes.
I'm,
that one?
I'm into him.
That's like one of the cleanest ones we've got.
If
Well,
you
great,
woke- if
great
you
starting
woke-
point, Brian.
Yeah, if you woke me up on Christmas, like
Oh,
that,
hey,
I
can you
would've
do
been-
Do it, Mac.
You click this one.
That
Come on, Mac.
There?
We're-
Can you do that one right
Give
there,
it a drum
please?
roll, though, Mac.
I would like you guys to watch this fucking bitch right here.
She's gonna.
Yeah, the one in the video.
She's gonna poop in the aisle. She's gonna poop right there.
So is this funny or gross?
It's
She's gonna
funny as
poop.
fuck to me.
She's
Look at
pulling
that.
out tissue because she's got to wipe her butt in a second.
I like that people can see this too.
Now remember, all you earlier said, I'd rather be butt sick.
I would rather be.
I
butt
would
sick.
rather
would
be
be.
butt sick.
Yep.
But you know what? I'll
be.
never shit in a store. In a store, I'll shit in the store's bathroom.
Look, there's somebody
Yep.
in the next
aisle.
lady.
Oh, just wait.
I hope they come catch your ass.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah, Brian, come on. God, you're so
Thank you.
fucking good.
Thank you, sir. I've been
Look
asking
at
that
it.
for half an
She's
hour.
doing the wipe. Oh. Oh, you know, she's in
Okay.
a Dollar Tree right
And I
now. Do you
think
think she
she's-
pulls streamers down
She
or
is
like
wiping the wrong way.
So I was gonna tell the
back
story.
yeah,
earlier.
she
front
back
to
to put her
back,
on the
front
show.
to back,
Go back to
dog.
front.
When you were
Do
talking
so.
about your movie theater experience earlier, cleaning up after discussing human beings. When I was like 16, I worked at Walmart and I was a cart pusher.
Did-
And this one time, I was in the parking lot with my friend Mike. Mike Viewig, shout out. He never watches anything I do, but we were cart pushers, and this lady pulled up
She's
ferociously
washing
fast.
her hands.
At least some etiquette
clean
here.
about
Okay,
it.
she might have to shake a hand on the way out.
Oh, but wait, she's like, I'm not done.
FMLA.
Let me
there's
wipe.
there's
FMLA
there's
right
a
here.
whole person right there, lady.
FMLA.
Yeah, exactly. And look at her fucking turn.
Why is some of this in color?
Look at her fucking. Oh my God, I lose my mind.
Why is some of this in color?
You're right. Why is this in color?
Because
like-
we love CCTV.
Like Cosmo and Wando think they're slick over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's fucking
There's shit
disgusting.
pics.
I am not intrigued. Like that shit's fucking
This
disgusting.
one right here.
I don't
see,
like how you
Brian?
know these so well.
Click this one.
Because we prepared these.
Do this one.
We
I
prepared.
can't believe this happened.
This one's good.
What do you think about California? You like it? Yeah. Do you like it? You taking a shit? What you doing?
Yeah, when kids get that
man.
concentrating face and they start to.
You gotta boop.
When I worked
Gotta
at
boop.
Walmart, we were doing carts one time, and this lady pulled up ferociously, like in the handicap,
Yeah.
jumped out of her cart, started like I swear I remember this like it was yesterday. It was probably 15 years ago. Started running towards the doors. Says, "I'm not gonna make it." She dropped trowel. Me and like 6 people saw this. Pulled down, similar to this lady.
Yeah.
Started shitting in the parking lot.
Just shit your pants.
Pulled them out like
Sometimes
ass
you gotta
out.
Poo with
Just shit your
shit.
No
pants.
wipe, nothing. Pulled back up, got in the car, and left.
Just shit your pants.
So,
I'm not gonna make it.
hey, I'm gonna tell you
At
guys a
Walmart in the
real
parking lot.
story.
Shit your
Turn to
pants.
sender.
I had an
2
amped mobile phone. I wish I had. I could have taken a
Just
video.
shit your pants.
2 days
in your
ago,
car.
2 days ago, I picked my. I was going to drive to JCA to pick my son up from football practice. As I pulled up and parked where I normally do,
Oh yeah, you told me about.
my fucking lights hit a bare ass of a bitch who was just standing on the side of her car, drop trowel, ass and puss all out, pissing on the side of her car at JCA in the school, on the school grounds. I saw her whole fucking
Her
this
whole
is
ass and her
This is
asshole.
at 7:35 p.m. on a Wednesday.
That's not late
night.
enough. Like no,
You can't
I'm
fix that
all
early.
for. Wait, hold up. Just wait, hold up. That's
There's
not-
lots of time.
good.
What is the capping hours at a Catholic high school? When do you shit in the parking lot? I need to know what time that is.
Ethically, it has to be after midnight.
Oh, all
It
right.
has to be after
midnight.
Because like
We're all
real-
doing the brown.
Wait, hold up. No bullshit. I had
Until after
I
midnight.
had did a show in Chicago, and I was parked by my homie's crib, and I had to take the train, like the L, back up to their crib. And I was like, damn. But I wasn't staying with him. I was just like, we hung out earlier,
Bringing
and
your
she
shit up.
and so yeah, and so like I got there, and I was like, damn, I gotta piss. I couldn't get back into her place, so I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like this is an hour and a half ride. Like that's too long.
That is acceptable.
And then I was like, fuck it. Nobody's out here. It's almost 2:00 in the morning. I did the double door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You go in the
Chill.
middle.
Yep.
You gotta open them
Go
both.
do- Yeah, and
Great
then
technique.
yeah,
Great fucking technique.
and then I
just
did
sit
that.
on the floorboard of my car, let my ass hang, and fucking piss out.
Again, one of the things I'm grateful to be male because
You
how
just
many
stand there.
outside pisses have I had?
So if we're gonna do this, I worked at Borders. We all had headsets, right? And I was a manager. Like, hey, can you come to the cafe real quick? Walk over there, right in the middle of the tables, people drinking coffee, eating their scones or whatever. It's like a perfect baby Ruth just sitting on the floor. Apparently, this old man just stood up.
Goddamn Snickers, dude.
Just stood up, shook it
it out
out
of
like a
his
sock you
shorts.
find in your pants. Yeah. Just dropped it out. Like how that slid down without him touching anything. I don't know. It's perfect. Anyone didn't know what to do with
For
it.
him.
I just went over and got the.
It's not the first time.
I got the
exactly.
I got the
exactly.
dustpan.
That's
with the
working.
broom.
He was like Andy Dufresne on the
You
yard,
swept up
shaking
a
out the
turd.
wall. You know what I'm saying?
I swept up a turd and threw that shit into Randall Road
Sometimes
Nice.
you
because
gotta poop.
you can't bring that in the house. That's got to go outside.
Yeah.
That's an
Can't
outside
bring that
job.
turd in
This,
the house.
this is an outside turd. Yeah.
What if you just got up, just like I guess you
For
know.
the record, I just peed. I've never shit on the side of the road. And if I
Yeah,
got
I've
to the
never
point
shit.
where
I thought
I
you
meant
That
just
is
now.
True.
For
I'd
the
rather
record.
shit my pants and shit
I
on
just
the side of the road. I thought you peed right now.
That's what I thought.
I
yeah.
have shit in my pants and then had to walk into my work to go clean myself up.
I'm not.
That's
talking-
when
I've
you
had some
call
photos where I lost
FMLA and
underwear
you go the
Yeah.
fuck
like a gas
home.
station
I've
bell.
lost great underwear.
Yeah.
I was
some
driving.
favorites.
I was driving to Iowa. I was 8 minutes from where I was stopping, and I was in the 4th lane. I couldn't get over, and I was like, "Well, this is happening."
Yeah.
Literally had to walk in and be like, "I spilled some stuff on me. I'm gonna be back. Luckily, I have a suitcase. I'll see you guys later."
Yeah. I puked in a hat before. on the way home from a concert.
We aren't doing puke, man.
Too
Did
drunk.
you not
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
that? Did you?
I've only sharded before, and I've sharded and
Okay.
had to throw it away at like a rest stop once or twice. So I'll be driving.
Within the last year, I sharded and had to throw away my favorite gray sweatpants.
We've talked about that.
I can't
That
see her dick
absolutely
anymore.
happened.
Can't even
I
look at her
know.
dick anymore.
Poor
Can't even.
gray
And guess what?
sweatpants.
My dick is huge.
Swanging.
So is mine.
Fat.
It's right
Yeah, it's
here.
pretty fat. It's pretty fat. Yeah.
And,
You guys.
and lovable.
I'm glad
Is
we all.
there one
I wanna hug it so
last
much.
video you want
There's
us
all
to
these.
see?
We
There's
could-
all
whatever-
these.
pick.
These are both poop.
That's a poop.
What's this one? Oh, this is pretty great.
It's morphin' time. Tyrannosaurus. Yeah. Tyrannosaurus.
Andy finds the disunfortunate hilarious.
My algorithms are strong.
Dragon's old power.
This guy's just a nerd.
He's still 12, fam.
Right.
But he like 48.
I watch these. I'd like to show these to people because I want to know honest opinions. What you guys think of these?
Yo, fam, here's the thing about it.
I'll take one
Like,
more.
he has one thing right about all of this shit. For them motherfuckers to transform, and I like he using cardboard for the
Right,
shit,
get it.
shield and shit. And
He's the
the
Cornish Ranger,
tinfoil,
that's what
the
it says.
tinfoil
I'm the
for the
Cornish
knife. Yeah, and all that shit. But, like, he doing it right, because if you watch Mighty Morphin Power, it take them this long to transform.
Perfect.
Like, it like, fam, I'm like, dude, they
Well, I
did
found-
kick flips,
I
turns,
love
they
Power
done
Rangers
did
as a
hand
kid.
motions.
I love them now as a 34. I love it. And like stuff like this, it's just like you want to like your first instinct is make fun of him. You're like, man, he fucking just loves life. You know.
Yeah.
I have no problem with people
living
He
loving
did
his
life.
best life.
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah, do that one. Fine.
Which
Yeah,
one?
It's a
Oh,
poop
I've
one.
seen this one.
It's a poop one.
I've seen this.
Yeah,
poop
it's absolutely a poop
My
one.
headphones keep
Oh,
going in and out.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
said-
it's a poop one. Oh,
He's gonna shit in this bucket.
You know what?
Sorry.
Respect. Though.
Oh.
no, not respect. Because if he wouldn't have turned around, he would have mopped the poop.
Oh wait.
That's the day I quit my maintenance job at the Subway.
He said, "I gotta go, dog."
And he believes.
Go again.
And he continued.
Let me finish, bro. Let
Perfect.
me
And
finish.
he finished, fam. He was like, hold
He
the
stood up
fuck
ready to throw down. He's
Bro.
like, I got more. Yeah.
That
Which
was-
means you
that
could
was
have
an
made it to a
emergency.
different location, fam. If you could start shitting and then be like, hold up, you not about to disrespect me.
That's bullshit.
And just sit back
because
down
I've
the
been,
shit.
Nah, I've been on the toilet and held my poop for a second because I needed like a reprieve. I needed a moment, and then I let it go.
Need a moment of break.
She said
shit break.
somebody's in here. Let me.
Amen.
No, in my own home, dog.
Oh, okay.
In my own home, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die. I gotta take
The
a minute.
difference
Were
in
you
men
like-
and women
yeah, were you
in a
like,
public
car?
bathroom.
Game
Oh,
on.
here's the thing. We're talking about home versus public. I shit more in my work bathroom than I do at home. So I don't know if
Wow.
it's because I'm
The
walking
dirty one
around.
with all the
I'll tell you
pubes
though,
everywhere.
I never did that.
No, that's
And
the
here I go in the women's
bathroom.
bathroom.
I would never do
I
that. But
was
once
No,
I crossed that
see,
line, it was
Fuck
like,
that. The,
I like. I shit in the men's bathroom so the nobody thinks it was me.
the
just
only
kidding. I haven't
time
shit
that
at
the
work.
women's bathroom at work is
could never
blown
shit.
out is if our goddamn tech uses it, because then he'll brush his fucking teeth and leave all his remnants in the sink too.
Disgusting.
There's poo
What's
poo,
wrong with your
poo poo
coworkers?
stank, and there's
Yeah.
teeth juice.
IT
and I'm
people.
not vibed with it.
That's weird.
My last day job, it was predominantly women I worked with, and we had a clean bathroom, so I'm grateful for that. But I don't have I shit at my
Our
when I shit at
bathroom
my
at-
job, it's my bathroom at my
At the
apartment.
dispensary, our employee bathroom smells like Dookie 100% of the time.
It's just like
Ooh,
it's like
shit.
people who I understand human need and I understand having to use the restroom while you're out. I get it, but it's just like I can't. Some people just prefer it almost. It seems.
They
You
do.
know?
Well, they
Just
want to
like
poop
I
on
had fish for
company
dinner.
time.
We're gonna use the
Reckless
bathroom
abandon,
today.
dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta shit.
Or sometimes, like, you like, I ain't gonna fuck up my plumbing. Let me
Let me
let me
fuck up
drop
yours.
this
I
major
can't use
deuce.
wet wipes at my apartment. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna make
let
sure I
me
use them
let me
at
drop this
Costco.
major deuce
Well,
in this industrial toilet.
Right. This one's fun.
Also, sometimes for me, that 2 to 5 minute poo break might be like goddamn 5 minutes where I can get away from the masses. So sometimes you gotta shit at
Right.
work.
Yeah,
You're
that's true.
right.
Sometimes you
That
gotta
is
shit at
true.
work.
Sometimes.
Is that how we're gonna wrap up? Is
Yeah, just shit. Hey guys,
we do
where can
you
they- where can they
guys-
find you?
Yeah.
thanks for talking shit, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seems easy.
I was gonna ask Damon what was his favorite theme song or jingle
Favorite
Yeah.
theme song.
from like a TV
From a
show.
TV show.
I can tell you
a
what his favorite
commercial.
drum
He knows what my
It's a
favorite.
good way to ease
Mac,
out of
what's
it,
my
'cause we
favorite
were ending
jingle?
on Shit. And I was like, oh.
That's my favorite jingle.
That's not a jingle. or
Oh, that's on our
It is
soundboard.
on a flooring commercial, probably.
We play it all the time.
What was it?
Play it again.
That's Phil Collins, a drum roll. You can't.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't get past that.
I went hard on that Tarzan
I can
soundtrack.
feel it.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. What's I'll plug everybody's podcast, and then let's get the fuck out of here. This was great. I'm glad we all got to do
Let's
this.
all do drinks and smoke weed in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Absolutely, we can do that.
Yeah.
The Happy Corner
Brian,
Podcast,
that is
bitches.
too.
We turn up every
You gotta
Sunday.
do the weed.
We are
Every
we are the
Sunday.
Happy Corner podcast. We record every Sunday.
AB and Amy. you know
we
what
are
to do.
we are live on
Turn
Twitch
up
every Sunday.
Sunday.
You can
What
find
you
us on
smoking? What you drinking?
YouTube. You can you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on everything. Oh, look at our little chairs.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at the tail. Oh, look at it. That's so cute.
The Happy Corner podcast. We have been around for fucking ever. Please come follow us and
You get chocolate and vanilla, baby.
That's
We
right.
I
poppin'.
like that swirl, baby.
That's right. That's right.
You gonna
Yeah.
dip it too?
I like how you pull up Twitter. I don't even know if we use our Twitter ever.
No, we don't
Oh, we
ever.
barely
Twitter.
ever
I do
use
zero Twitter
Twitter.
on. Yeah.
This
So
is our
Happy
Twitter.
Corner.
That's crazy. The Happy Corner podcast.
AB and Amy are here.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you for
yep.
fucking coming.
Of
Thank you for
course.
everything we've collabed on thus far. You know.
Nah, y'all the shit. Y'all the shit.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
kind
you
of mad me and Amy or one of us or both of us didn't
I need to have a
cry
jam.
tonight.
I need to have
Yeah,
a
there's
jam
something.
session with y'all.
Yeah.
Play guitar and
please.
shit. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we might have a space soon. Okay. So
Oh,
I'm not announcing anything on this, but we've been.
you
quiet
just
the last couple
fucking
weeks.
did.
I don't know. It's not.
You just did.
We'll find out Thursday.
No, we gotta have a jam session. I'll
Yeah,
get some.
Yeah,
new
jam
Hey,
songs
I'm gonna
and-
tell anybody in this room, every single person, Bryant, Ted, Damon, y'all already know. If you guys just ever want to hang out, like
Yeah.
literally ever, it's fucking totally cool
true.
with us.
We're old and don't know how to establish
love
new
hanging out.
friendships. yeah, yeah.
All right. She said your name too.
Yeah, go
Good
ahead,
to go.
guys. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, so watch how this is done. This is you guys both had to talk. Watch this. Ted, where do they find us?
They can find us at thatchecksout.net or all the socials at thatchecksout. WTT stands for With Damon and Ted. He's Damon. That makes me Ted. You can find us here every Saturday recording at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio
Gross.
just outside of downtown Joliet, mostly Crest Hill, kind of Joliet. We don't really care. It's where Brian hangs out. That checks out.
That is
Saturday at 11 p.m. You
Yeah.
can still
That is
see
an
it
intro right
anyway.
there.
Damon, way to go. You
My
don't have to
man.
do anything.
He's my man.
That's amazing.
You gotta get like that so I don't have to say
No.
shit.
You're gonna get spoiled. You're gonna get spoiled. You
I
want
like
that
to be
happen.
like, Amy. And that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
all
I usually just let
Hey.
Rachel yell in the mic for a while.
Yeah, I
to
just
announce us. Yeah, we're 3 feet deep. I'm Andy. That's Rachel. We do
That's us.
every week, you know, unless we get lazy.
Yeah, that'll happen.
know.
Mostly every
Sometimes
week.
I give people, we give the fans breaks, okay? I get everybody's listened to us a lot. So
Sometimes you gotta take.
Hey,
some time
listen,
off.
it turns out they don't like that.
Yeah, we
Hey,
below.
guess
Yeah,
I miss
yeah.
a vlog and I fucking get inbox messages.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it
don't
great?
like
Why was there no vlog this week?
At least you're control. Like, we have to jump through hoops for his 84 weeks of vacation every year just to get an episode out once a week.
Talking about Mac.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something right
I
now.
like
That's like
B-Mac.
I didn't
I
mean
do.
to drop
I
the
like
studio
B-Mac.
thing, but that's the thing. Like we got into a situation earlier this year where we were partnering up with somebody for a studio,
Bad idea.
and I decided that I don't want to like that. That's hard. I understand Brian does this as a business, so it's hard to find time. And like I'm somebody who's like I'm creative when I'm creative, and I can't wait for time. So like I just have to do things. Like even scheduling this like this far out, like it was only a couple weeks, but I'm like,
Right.
yeah, that's pretty planned. But
Right.
like with guests and stuff for our pod, we schedule them 2 months, 3 months in advance, and it's just sometimes that's hard to get. I can only imagine what it's like to book time.
Brian
But-
asked us on Wednesday if we could change next Wednesday.
Yeah,
After we'd been
I
in
get
here,
it, man.
After,
Brian,
Dude, I get that. I get
after we'd been in here for 90 minutes and drove all the way home, he's like, "Oh right, I can't do next Wednesday."
So we have the Happy Corner here. We have That Checks Out. We have 3 Feet Deep. And
Yep.
if you guys are listening, if you guys are interested in starting your own pod, don't know where to begin, hit up Brian at Audio Hive because it's a
Brian,
great place.
fucking plug yourself
Yeah, you come in here. Yeah,
right now.
AudioHivePodcasting.com.
there it is.
Wow,
guys.
thank you, Brian.
Simple.
That was
There it is,
Yeah.
guys.
You can also find him on Facebook,
Compelling.
on YouTube, and on Instagram.
And
Just
his
look
number
up
is 1-800 fucking guys in the ass.
And the bitches know him as B.
1-800.
The bitches
I'm
and hoes
Peyton.
know him as
all
B.
the hoes know
B-Mac.
B-Mac is B-Mac. Don't tell Amy that. And you guys just, everybody who's here.
Yeah, support.
thank
If you guys like podcasts, please check out all the podcasts presented here on this episode. It's something I've really wanted to do for some time is get everybody together. I think it's
Hell yeah.
it's just cool, man. And it's just podcasting I like almost as much as playing music. Most days I like podcasting better, believe it or not, because I could wear gray sweatpants and sit on my couch.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just something I'm very fond of. It's something I would love to see everybody
Rachel's
in this
like,
room
there's no
grow.
thought.
Brian's business, y'all's podcast. Bring more awareness. Come check you guys out doing stand-up. Come check that out.
Sure.
Check out Ted doing stand-up. Check
Because that
check out
checks out.
Damon being the most cuddleful guy here. I don't know how to say
Huggable.
that.
Lovable,
Huggable.
lovable.
Yeah.
All, you guys,
Most lovable human being. A
I'm
murderer. and
I'm
a
a
murder
hug
guy.
him. I'm a hug
The
him
one that's
today.
talking to the police.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Most huggable.
Speaking of police, I
Damon
think they're
is
here. So
daddy.
let's get the fuck out of here.
Survivor in murder.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you.
1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yay.
So loud.
Longest
This is my favorite fucking day ever.
We was going